It's stressing, it's depressing, and just plain pressing me past my limits. Pictures and drafts, and so much trash. There's one thing I got to do. I'm fracking the horde.
There's a dog
Fracking the horde. Listing more crap in my eBay store. Cause I'm fracking the horde. Fracking the horde. From the death piling off floor.
You're like a psychedelic poster right now for coloring.
I don't know how to do that.
I think he might be causing it.
Oh, you're causing that? We tended to like cram.
No, we should get your little tidbits are showing. Yeah, see? That's crazy. Huh?
Is it better?
No, he wants to be up there. Welcome. Aloha, everyone.
Aloha.
Guess who's back?
Back again. Don't call it a comeback. Just because we missed a couple days and they were sad days. But guess what? My glasses aren't broken, but I just thought this looked cool. And I thought it nerded me up a little bit.
Well,
I didn't know there was another level of nerd I could have gone to.
It raises up the bridge of your nose so you can see
I haven't
better.
ordered the blessed bumpers for my glasses, and I cannot stand it hitting the top of my nose. So this is the workaround with eBay tape and cotton ball. And I haven't even ordered them in like 2 weeks. But you know what's up? Sales. Thank you. You know why? Because they have to be, and we willed them into existence. Are you giving him a little modesty panel
Yes.
with your hand? How is everybody? It's been a while since we've been here. It feels like it. I have a lot to say, and I won't remember anything. Sorry, our picture's all weird. That's Pokey's butt is making the camera weird.
Oh.
What happened?
Just a quick Den Decor. Today's bittersweet for them. They're closing their brick and mortar.
Oh, Den Decor. Well, you know, I hope that the closing. How's it go? The closing of a. I don't think the closing of a door. There's another window opens. That's not it. When a door closes, I think just another like door window, opening. Presents itself.
Ooh, wait.
Whoa, he's out of his mind.
What
Because the thing is that what you're gonna have is I can think right away off the top of my head. I'm like, there's gonna be some sort of money savings in there.
Yeah.
And that's a positive because I'm gonna make my own positive pro con pile.
Yeah.
Big change, emotional. I've closed a store before, and I think at the end of it, I was like, "What is he up to?" In the end, I was quite thankful.
Come on.
That we were done with the air conditioner, the business insurance, had to have a different phone number, maintain that, the constant barrage from the advertisers from the cable TV company and everybody else just hitting me up. And I don't miss that stuff. Thank you.
And at that time, we were dealing with a lot of really large items, furniture, and
items.
We were selling most of them via Craigslist and
He has no
online
idea how it
anyhow.
works anymore. He's totally forgotten how
he
that
has. He's
He has
silly.
no idea,
goose.
baby.
Ooh.
That was me, I think. That was me. So yeah, but we have not lost our. Why isn't the thing showing up? Go.
You have to.
Oh, it's over here. Sorry, I'm looking.
Oh, and also make sure you do
Diet Coke.
the full chat instead of
Hi,
talk,
Pokes.
talk
Are you
chat.
gonna hang out up there the whole show?
Yeah, come on, Pokes.
Come on, Scoopies. You're a deluxe boo boo bay. Thanks. Who would drink it if you didn't drink it though, Beard? That's the question. If the Pope is in the woods, who drinks his Diet Coke? Give me that. Let's see. Are you just gonna show your whole thing to everybody and just be chill with that?
WTF's like, thanks for showing your wiener, Pokes.
Let's just start and say hi to people.
Yeah.
The sinus infection, Ryan. The sinus infection.
Oh, dude.
after he was crap
man,
after he
yeah.
had crapulence a little bit a while ago. So I'm glad are you
I
back?
had a couple days of horrible sinus.
Can you stay?
And James Helfersteg
Aloha,
had some
Axelbucky.
sinus crap too.
Aloha, Callie Dabs. Silver hair stackers here. He's uncontrollable today. It's crazy.
Yeah, what is up?
And he's just going to give it all to you right there. I think at some point we have to go, hey, that's not right. That's not right. Oops.
Oh, he didn't have his morning. That's it. Here, I'll have to put him down here, folks.
Don't put him down. That's not what I said. How dare you? Why are you even saying that?
What are you
Rude.
talking about?
So rude.
Stop.
So rude.
Put the treats down, not him.
Oh, I thought you were crazy for a second.
He didn't have his morning.
6%!
Hey, Miss Barrett is sick.
Aloha, Miss Barrett. Let's get up
well,
and
Miss Barrett. Sorry
you
to
gotta
hear
do your
that.
jazzercise. Get out there and prancercise a little bit. Keep the blood flowing. It's important. Keep yourself healthy. Even when you're sick, you gotta run around like a maniac and annoy pops. What have we been doing for the past 2 weeks? Oh yeah, that's right. Everybody knows what we've been doing. But let's talk about Kool-Aid and how delicious it is on a warm summer's eve on a train bound for nowhere. I had a half-baked idea this morning about this thing that I always hear in business about drinking your own Kool-Aid. And a long time ago, I figured out the truth about that statement. And so the basic statement has to do with that Jim Jones, and he poisoned all of the people that followed him. I don't know why that has to do with why this term even exists, but it has to do with, like, you must believe yourself so much you're willing to drink your own Kool-Aid and perhaps die with your believers, or follow me here, or you all end up doing the thing that you drank the Kool-Aid to do, which was to wear purple shoes and rise up somewhere. I don't really know. I think I got two different things transcripted. I got the purple shoe guys and the people down in South America from Jim Jones. Regardless, I think they both thought that something else was going to happen when they drank their various punches. But the truth is, if you preached at all, ever, and, sweetie, do I preach? I can get preachy. What the point is, I'm preaching the same thing. I have one preaching. I don't change my preaching. I just preach. I'm just like, do the box this way. There's one right way to do everything. And then there's 100 million tiny, not quite perfect ways to do everything. And then there's just the wrong ways to do stuff. But I like to, thank you. Feel free to get a notepad out for this one. But this is like maybe one of the more thoughtful considerations I've given to my own prowess as a business person. And I'm not terrible at business. I'm pretty good at it, actually. And the thing is I do drink my own Kool-Aid. It's delicious. It's not made out of urine or anything weird. It's like legit Kool-Aid. Purple. Not red like in the picture, but...
No, it's red number 3.
This is Stoke coffee. And it's so good. But no, I like purple. I used to like red fruit punch, but I'll still get it if I can find it with the sugar built into it. I don't like just the packets of flavor. I feel like those aren't quite the same experiences as actually having the
So
sugar
you're
involved.
talking about drinking your own Kool-Aid so that you can be...
Oops, guess what I didn't do?
I told you!
Who's calling? Who would be calling me right now?
And
Somebody with our number.
and how did...
I'm not going to even look.
Yeah.
So someone just called us because not only did I not put it on Do Not Disturb, but it actually has the ringer on full blast. So we'll see what else happens.
And I told him, your phone's not in Do Not Disturb mode because I always test it by pretending I'm going to send you a text and it will tell me. I told you.
You got it figured out. So in order to be good at eBay, relating this back to eBay, you do have to be good at your business. You have to believe in yourself to the extent that you are willing to listen to your gut. And I don't think this is going to come off right because I don't put a lot of thought in anything. But we did write some stuff down. And I want to tell you what the tenets of my drink your own Kool-Aid means. I did look it up on YouTube, and it's like half the people are saying, don't drink. You can't drink your own Kool-Aid. And people are saying, you got to drink your own Kool-Aid. I'd like to know what Alex Horowitz says, or the guy with the beast mode guy. I'd like to know what he says, but you got to drink your own Kool-Aid. You gotta think you're the best. And you got to perform for yourself. You should then live up to your own expectations. But here are the 8 tenets, which are probably only 7 or 6, but we got 8 right now. We can cut them down if we need to. We can add more if we have to. The thing that has gotten me the most in business, also going off of sort of what Josh was talking about the other day about the blob mentality, so primarily number 1, I am never ever with the blob. I'm always on the other side of town while the blob is doing something. I'm doing something else. So, number 1, Reseller Awesomeness podcast. This is to do something different than everybody else. Don't do the same thing. But take chances, and I think that's a chance taking, right? Don't do the same thing as everybody else. Take chances. Number 1, take chances. But definitely, if you're there at the same place with everybody else, don't do that. Do the opposite of that. Go to the place where there is no one. How do you do that? I don't really know. I mean, I can't tell you. But what you do here in Vermont is you drive out into the countryside till you find a barn that looks interesting. You drive onto the property. You hold your hands like this so you don't get shot. No, I'm just kidding. But you drive into the property and you say, hey.
Hey.
Carefully. I don't think that's not the right way to do it.
Yeah,
exactly,
I mean that wouldn't necessarily go over well with everyone, but
times.
Yeah.
Look in the marketplace. Look for somebody selling stuff out of a barn. That'd be a good way to do it. But most definitely cold calling is a thing that I do. So, but it has to be somebody who is known to me or to others, like a dude who has a warehouse full of old cars or something. Knock on his door. That's okay. Honestly, that is okay.
Yeah.
Because either you're going to get a nice long conversation about cars, or maybe you're going to find a car you could pick up for cheap. I mean, this is how you do it. Don't overthink. Don't overthink the fact that the guy might not. Don't go on to somebody's house that doesn't have anything, that then will be defensive about his stuff that he doesn't have. Go on to a place where you know the guy has already some stuff. Might be someone who sells stuff. Somehow you know a little nugget. Maybe they're a reseller. But I'm talking about going cold calling into the countryside. Make sure.
But don't overthink in so many things. Even listing
tell us more.
Even listing on eBay.
Making a list about things not to list. Well, yeah, doing things on eBay. Just list
saying,
everything.
Don't overthink that stuff either.
List it all. Is that what you're saying? List it all? You're not even saying that, are you? But should you list it all? Should we just list it all, though? I think we should list it all.
Yeah.
List fast, pick hard.
Don't overthink. Right.
We're so out of it now.
The things you're listing.
None of us knows
how you're
to do
listing and the words you're using.
Are you overthinking it right now?
No.
Okay, good. Number 4, in no particular order, to drink your own Kool-Aid, you gotta know everything. So go learn everything right now. Just run away and learn everything right this second. Gain knowledge. Know your knowledge. Know your knowledge. Where's my thing? Huh? Makes sense, doesn't it? Let me say this out loud one more time.
These are applicable just in life in general.
Quote, know your knowledge.
Know your knowledge.
Yeah, put that on a shirt. Know your knowledge, trademark. Really know your knowledge. Be into knowing. Be psyched to know.
Well, and everything we buy is or sell is generally vintage, and
gotta know it.
And you always go into a deep dive and learn so much about everything. It's sort of crazy. Your brain is just able to hold so much stuff.
False. That's false. Because I don't know anything I don't know, but I really know the stuff I do know because the stuff I do know is stuff I want to know. I think everybody has that.
Well, yeah.
I don't like greasy car engine parts, so I don't know anything about, well, I know basics about car engines, but I don't like to work in that environment because of the greasy on the hand, and then they get dirty. The rest of me, if I could like work on the engine with my back fat, I'd be fine with that because it's on my back. But if I could grow some arms, like the guy from, Total
Hey,
Recall.
this is at Pokes.
So where were we? I feel like I was on a roll here with my back arm.
So wait, what
arms.
I'm just picturing that movie Substance.
Yeah, back arm. See?
Can I see your list?
If you must.
All right, so
I thought you knew this by heart.
So you're saying be confident, and a way to be
know your knowledge
is by gaining knowledge
and knowing it.
And I have always felt that way. I mean, every job I've ever had, I've wanted to know everything about it so that I can have the confidence in telling the people.
And as we've proven during this podcast
what I'm doing.
and every podcast that we do, number 5, get to the point. And if there's one thing we do is get right to the point, and then we do not let go of it. We are tenacious, which, by the way, is number 7. We do not let go, and no, we're never to the point on this podcast because this is our not to the point release. Because all the other times we are to the point. If you're doing business with anybody, if you're talking with anybody, if you're communicating with anybody that you don't know,
keep it short and sweet.
Get to the point. Let them know what you're up to.
But that's also how I feel with listings and lawn and the big description box is we keep it to a minimum.
Holy cow, it's no bullet points even. I mean, it's really, really dry, our description.
And partially because that's what all the I know specifics are there for is, fill those out as much as you can. And then you don't really have to tell a whole novel or story about your item in the lawn description box. That's how it works for us. We keep it short and sweet.
B-Dog. Aloha to Jovial B-Dog, WTF, Carla Olsen, Ayo Guesta.
Carla.
Where am I? Hold on. I'll find I'm trying to cover up my sleeve.
Ayo.
And then there's the Den Decor. Aloha to Adam Record
Crate.
Have I tried the bubble foil? No, I have not. Silver Hair notated the weenage displayed earlier.
Oh, we're gonna have to charge extra for that.
I know. This is not. What do they call that?
Lie.
Only dogs.
Only dogs.
Only dogs, babe. They do love you. Are cute though.
He has no shame.
Ryan is saying that he had to close down. He's closed down 2 stores. I've closed down. How many stores have I closed down? I mean, because I've been involved with different ones, so they're not all mine. But I've either started or stopped some stores in my time.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of because usually, yeah, depending on the situation. I'm just trying to think of every time. When was I disappointed in closing the door? Restaurant. Yes, definitely happened before. The restaurant, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're throwing all this away after 1 year of doing this and spending so much money and doing all this. And then we've got to throw it away because the restaurant only lasted 1 year because it just couldn't, it burned really hot and really fast. It's better to burn out than to fade away on that one. That's for sure. So it came down to pretty much the landlord saying, with his hand out saying 2 choices, money here, you keep going, or I'll unlock the door for you. So, I mean, it came down to just are we going to put good money after bad? Probably the biggest question you could ever ask yourself. Is there, besides just loving what I'm doing, is there really hope to pull it out, or is that struggle going to be overwhelming? Boo for bummers. I'm so sorry though, but we're thinking about you right now, and you're going to come out on top of it because you got eBay, right?
He's saying that we're turning it into our eBay warehouse, so we're listing it all. And that's how we felt when he had a brick and mortar and we were reselling
all this crap, remember?
We felt it was more of a warehouse, and we're like, why are we paying all this money when everything is selling not out of this location? It's selling through
it was a huge
the
warehouse.
internet.
Well, I had two warehouses. I had the video game warehouse, which was not nice. It was just it was a warehouse. And then there was like with cement, everything was cement. And then the furniture warehouse was like was a building. Does that make sense?
And we ended up
air conditioning.
We ended up selling a lot of the stuff to another guy that had a shop.
And he ended up being turned into the local high-end mid-century modern furniture dealer where he sells $2,000-$3,000 items all the time, but you really don't. That's just the asking price, and then you have to beat him up on the price. But he and his brother ended up taking over I sort of like just bowed out of the business because I was done with truckloads of heavy furniture and making her help me because I don't like it. I don't like working by myself either. I got sick of working by myself. And all that time, we gathered up all this crap that we're selling now. So over 14 years ago, the store was 2014. We closed it in 2014. So how many numbers is that?
So, like
11. It was 11 years ago.
Oh, gosh. It seems longer than that.
Actually, it might have been 13, not 14. Because 14, I'm going to be a movie star, not a movie star, but I'm going to write. That was the big go to Hollywood, to do the things in Hollywood. And then we realized, we thought selling furniture was hard. Go to try to be in Hollywood and do Hollywood stuff, do stuff. Does that make sense? I mean, write things or film things or do a TV show like we were doing. What was the show called?
A Couple of Dinks.
A Couple of Dinks, right. So that whole thing, this whole Couple of Dinks thing, that's what we did. And then we went there and then we realized this is really expensive. So then we came back to our little house and sold stuff on eBay. Well, no, never mind. It's a long story. Lags likes his butt. No.
Yeah, it is really cute.
Flipping AZ. Good morning, spam. Primo
Good
spam
morning,
chat.
John.
Sales are how to control you guys now. So for 2 weeks, we've been in the hurt locker a little bit with feelings and emotions about family stuff, and the saddest of sad feelings, and we decided for two reasons. One, we had some expenses that we needed to take care of that were not planned on. And also, what are we going to do while we sit here and all this is sort of happening on the other side of the country? There's nothing we don't need to fly there and do anything because it's just going to happen as it happens. And we did our part and we took care of business and everything is taken care of. So we worked. I mean, we just worked. We know, hey, we need some extra money. Let's just put all of our time and feelings into work. Guess what? Sales out of our minds. 300 up 300%. In 2 weeks. So in this 2 week period that we've been working, we have seen a 300% increase in sales across the board. And that is
and we're doing sale though. We're doing like an actual sale markdown.
Yes, because when you say 300 increase in sales, I don't think that was actually in money, in value. We sold a lot of stuff. So we put out a 30% off sale. Then sending out 5 and 10% off. But it's still, I'm fine. It's just.
We listed
right
so
prices.
many vintage electronics over the past week.
Oh,
and every single one of them sold.
But I'm not telling you that I mean, and I'll show you. So you know that I'm not crazy. I'm going to go to junk drawer and just show you. When I say that I'm not crazy, I mean, I'm not underselling these items. I mean, the eBay is hopping. It's hot
we're
right now.
talking the oddest things. We sold like a old Coke bottle.
So some things that we did sell some cheaper things, because when you take 30% off of something that started at $18 or $20, which is reasonable, yeah, they get low, but I don't care about that. But I'll show you. How do I show them? Small. Oh, my dad and my mom. We're gonna go here. What do I do? Chrome.
So wait a second. What
Chrome.
are you?
Chrome.
I don't know if you want to show that.
Why not?
I don't know. Does it have stuff on it?
It just has people I sold it to. These people aren't gonna contact them and
No, wait.
Speak my name.
Wait.
don't speak. Are you? Hold on. I feel like you are number twoing right now.
I am, but
Stop
I
number
don't know
twoing,
about some of that
overthinking.
information right there.
Just calm down.
Okay. I'm saying.
So what? Are you? You know how many times I've showed this stuff before? Why are you number twoing on me?
Oh, okay.
Does that sound weird? Number twoing. Number two is don't overthink on the list of items.
I overthink all
It's real-
the time.
It's real annoying.
It's very annoying. Wait. Oh,
How do I get over to this to open?
your mom is a member.
What? Finally figured out how
love
your
you, Nance.
finally figured out how your wallet worked, huh?
Oh,
Just kidding.
welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. Look at all those hearts. Those are for you, Ma. How did she just memberized herself?
Yeah.
Nice. That's so cute. Thank you.
Aw.
I'm trying to pull out the Google here so I can. Okay, I got it. No, that's that one. I don't want that one.
So, Dendecor was saying, yeah, a crap ton of money savings, but it was my wife's dream, so it's sad for sure. I bet.
I'm sorry. I mean that's still it's still it's a chapter. It's just a chapter.
And Paul is being silly. He says, lately when one door closes, it hits me in the nose. Oh, you're so funny. Mike G, hey, aloha, good afternoon to you. Lag, I don't know what this means, but maybe you do. Dime pitch? Is that something to do with Pokey?
I don't know. I don't know if we can trust the words. Okay, so here we are. So I'll show you this and just copy down the tracking numbers and somehow use them against us. But don't do that. But that's what she's worried about.
God,
You just told me. I never have even heard of anything that crazy. You're the one who said it. It's all you, Toots.
You have diarrhea of the
Oh,
mouth.
who does? Who's got don't overthink it and overthought it, and so now it's ruined, and the whole day is ruined. And
So
by
our
the way,
last item
you
on
probably
the
just ruined
list is
Christmas.
cover your ass.
Coming up Christmas. CYA. Don't jump ahead. That's our big reveal at the end. After all these things, the end result is covering your ass. That is true. So here's what we sold this. Some of the things we sold. So look at this. Look at this dumb bottle, Michael. I love your choice of bottles. So thank you. You can see that it sold for $11, but it had shipping, so that was more. This thing came with our big batch of stuff we bought.
The vintage
Kermit
girl toys.
behind us.
Oh yeah,
And the Fisher Price stuff that we made a killing on over the summer.
And those horses? What were those called?
Those Breyer horses.
Breyer horses.
We got a schooling in 1970s girl stuff. We'd never sold Breyer horses before. They did all sell.
Holly Hobby.
This is the last piece out of there, and this was like, I think it's pretty familiar to most people because I recognize it, but it wasn't made by a company. This is a pattern that everybody had and made, and so all the fabrics on it would be different, but the actual feet and beak would be the same due to the pattern. So that I thought that was cute. So I didn't mind selling it for $8, and I'll never replace that kind of stuff, But if you just see it and it's there, we started at $36. That's how much it's worth.
And
The ice bucket.
sick of it hanging around.
We have like instead of Fort Knox where we have gold. Ooh,
What's that? Oh.
how was this thing just recoiled? Instead of gold in our house, we have a big repository of ice buckets. So here's another one, and we sold one here. This one to.
Oh, a movie. Movie
this does have
place.
too much info. Don't look at the information. I shouldn't share this.
Yeah,
thing.
don't.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna put you here, and I'm gonna go over here and go to a better place because we sold some props to Melody Movie Ranch, which is in California. I think that's where they did the western parts of, Brad Pitt. That one.
Oh, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And just a quick, James was popping in, and he said, "Good day, all. Just passing through as I head out to pick up Peewee from the hospital."
Yay, Peewee! Peewee actually did really well for a long time, but he did have a little series this weekend.
He lost his eyesight too last night, but it returned, which is a pretty common thing when dogs have seizures.
It seems like the people that he has him with right now are super good because before when he'd have these, he'd be in and out of the hospital for like a days, and this seems to be just like overnight or just like a day. But they know how to deal with him. He's like a neurological hospital for doggies.
And
So yay for Peewee!
I know. And there is a GoFundMe also for
if you want to check it out, I
yeah.
guess you could go to
it's a community post.
we could see it at urbanpicker.com. Urban Picker too. Urban Picker knows. Redoptionagency.com. 23 years on eBay. Don't look at me like that. You look confused. Pretend like you know what you're saying.
Where are you trying to direct
Just
them?
pretend you know. Kmart.com. James, thank you. You're overthinking it. It's
No, I'm not.
redoptionagency.com. Why do you have such a problem? You're ruining it right now.
Or on his YouTube channel,
Think
a
it.
community post with a link.
That's Urban Picker.
It's James Helferstay. His YouTube channel.
Why didn't you say that before? Why are you
Why are you saying
embarrassing me
Urban
in front
Picker?
of company? Why are you embarrassing me in front of company?
He has
Isn't it? Remember how you used to be able to, like, how he has two names depending on if he's in chat or regular? I think Urban Picker.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
You
no.
mean if he does a comment after a live, it shows. I
don't
did
know.
notice that.
See that? Urban Picker has.
Okay.
There he is. James Urban Picker Helferstay. This is his Instagram. We're going to check out.
I do
Hold on,
notice
I'm popping
though
over
the comments
There he
after the
is.
lives, the @ name is different than what we see during the
Look at
lives.
Peewee.
He's so stinking precious.
Oh,
and
look at
Courtney,
look
good
at this
heavens.
hand. A hand offering. Look at this big fluff face ball brain. Oh, here it is, right here.
And
That must be it.
his goal
So
is
if you're inclined, just go check it out.
His goal is
He's
$5,000, but
an
the
awesome-
overall, as you can see, the bills have been accumulating.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, 25,000.
Why are you making noise? You got to run all over the desk.
He's just getting cozy.
He's deflating a little bit. Yeah, so anyway, go check him out. I mean, this doesn't... It's Urban Picker, James Helferstay, redoptionagency.com, 23 years on eBay. Those are all his tags. Okay, so we're back here. We're back here. And I just want to show that, get this over with.
You
These two
literally
things.
said that you shouldn't
Hold
be
on.
in here.
Shut your big shut up. Look at this.
Zip it. Zip.
Wait, hold on.
Where's the...
Just
Zip it.
So then you've got the, like, look at this right here. Okay, wait, these are the important things right here. See this right here? Sony linear tracking PS2 turntable works. Now, click on it, and you will see here, original plexi doors is included. That means it's broken, but it functions, but it's broken. How much did that sell for? $133. That's crazy money for something that's broken. Let's go here. Now I don't want to do myself in. So go here and then go to the things we have to ship. Oh, those are already shipped. Awaiting shipment. Here we go. Does this give out all the info too? Yeah, it does. But so this is what we're shipping right now. So I busted out some of the video games, and these things just, these things are flying, for the price. It's fine. $100, I'd like to get $100 a piece, but this is the thing that I'm most interested in. So this item right here, this unit, is a parts or repair Sony ES. Now, I sold this 3 years ago, and this was one of the things that I think might have ruined our eBay because I don't know, in that same June where our sales went from a lot to not, we had 3 returns, 3 of them, and this was one of them. So we had 3, and then this was one of them. The other 2 turned out fine, and there was not an issue, but this one was actually returned in damaged condition. So I had to withhold $150, $125 off the $250 sale price. I was able to do that. And because he had actually broken it, stuck a screwdriver in there, broken the metal inside. It was crazy. But I think they held it against me because that's possibly part of the thing that changed in that time period. Anyway, fast forward 2.5 years. It's been sitting in the pile just collecting dust. And I go on and list it for parts or repair at $520. I put it on that 30% off sale because why not? Someone bought it in one day for $364.
But what was really funny is
that's $150 more than when it was working.
When he was looking to see what was currently on eBay, there's someone in Israel.
Oh, you want to talk about that guy?
There's someone in Israel.
Check out this guy who's owning this market.
How did you have that? Oh, right. Okay.
This is
look at $2,789. So this guy comes in.
Not the guy who bought it.
No, this is not the guy that bought it. But
he tried to buy it.
He comes in and gives us a low offer. And Primo's like, he's offering us. And we're like, okay. But we were like, well, he has to pay import fees and all that stuff. But we weren't really interested in it. And then literally 5 minutes later, Primo's like, I guess he bought it at full asking price because it's sold. And then he goes and looks, and it wasn't even that guy. The guy from Israel. It was somebody that just bought it outright, didn't ask for any additional discount.
Anyway, that didn't happen. So, but I think what's really important here.
What didn't happen?
This guy didn't buy it.
Right.
But what's really important about this guy is that we were looking at him in the past few days because he did have this at such a high price. So we saw him, and he's been in operation for years and years. He asks 20 times more than an item's worth. No, seriously, if this Sony ES was working, as Beard points out here, it doesn't come up. Oh, I have to go back. Beard says, so for those who don't know, Sony ES is the most desirable line from the 80s and 90s, usually double regular stuff. ES stands for extra special. I don't think it stands for that, but it meant in the 80s stuff weighed a lot more. They used heavier components. By the time this one came out, this one was pretty darn light, mostly air inside the packaging, but it still had the rosewood sides and everything. So anyway, to get onto this guy owns this particular market right here. He sells to wealthy people who want perfect condition items. He can buy my thing, even though he didn't buy it, for $100 or $200. And why he didn't get it was because he did offer. He said $150. I said $300. He said $200. I actually accepted it. $200.
Okay. Sorry, there were more
details. It was one of those. You can accept multiples of these offers, meaning he didn't have his credit card plugged in. And in the next 5 minutes, this other guy paid full price for it. That's what happened. So What that says to me is, first of all, if you really want to buy my thing, have your credit card put in, maybe. Especially if it's a high value, like an item like this.
Well, he knew better. He's a seller. He knows.
But so this guy is selling the highest quality. He's putting rainbows in his emojis in his title.
Which eBay doesn't
You're not supposed
allow
to do that. He's charging way too much. He's in Israel, but he's getting, and these numbers aren't real either, but he's still getting money from these, like thousands of dollars.
I mean, that looks beautiful.
He's cornered the market for the people. Kind of Josh has kind of been talking about this, and I've always, if I can, I position myself to rich people and provide them an extra special experience, and that usually is a great way to do business. Works very well, especially if you're willing to really kiss some butt and do some nice stuff, and that's what this guy's doing, and he owns it, obviously.
Well, can we also mention the fact, you know, how Josh is always talking about branding yourself?
Yes.
And this
look at
guy,
the brand. Look at the brand. Rainbows.
And he always has these two monitors with sparkly, rainbowy, iridescent type things. Like that's his brand.
Look at the prices on these, I'm telling you.
So when you're scrolling eBay, you know.
Prices have never been this expensive.
You know, without looking at the seller name, that it's the same seller.
Yeah, and if you're in business, and money's not the object. What the object is getting the thing you want in the condition you want it. This is your dude right here. I'm not gonna buy stuff from him because it's too expensive, but I'll sell to him.
Look at that, $6,500 for a Sony.
It's not worth that.
Turntable.
I mean. See this Marantz? I've got one of these in storage right now.
Huh.
One of the doors is broken off.
Hi, Josh! Beam, 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 beam!
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, oops.
Why'd you do that?
My vision is so bad. I saw a
Beam,
B.
beam, 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 beam,
I saw
beam.
4 characters and a B. And
Stay perky.
Where's Major Win?
Stay perky.
Calling Major Win.
Stay perky.
Calling Major Win.
COVID against me. Well, maybe speaking. Just a moment.
Hey, Josh. Okay, let's go big so we can just talk.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. So right now, if you're having any slowdown, did we even finish our list?
Oh, tenacity.
Well, what's number 5
tenacious.
right there? What's number 5?
Oh, get to the point.
Get to the point. No, I'm not going to. See, now that I've drank my own Kool-Aid, I control the Kool-Aid. And if I don't want to get to the point, I don't have to because I already drank it. Am I right?
No, we're talking about whatever, business.
I know.
I mean,
Drinking your old Kool-Aid, in my interpretation of it, means it doesn't mean that your S doesn't stink. That's what sort of I think a lot of people interpret it like. No, you know yourself, you know what you're doing, you have supreme confidence in your process, and you can repeat it even on different things. So you can take your process and apply it to different issues, problems, solutions, whatever, different businesses altogether, and you end up sort of in the same structural place, I guess. So getting to the point is important. If you got to read the room, and if getting to the point is important, then you should get there. I am sensing that it's not important right now, so I'm not going to do that. Speak with intent. If you're talking to somebody, that's on the next one.
When you have to make business phone calls,
Speak with intent.
You are very to the point. You do not beat around the bush.
In
Here
business.
You're a little.
This
all
is
over the place.
socializing. This is not. I'm not trying to really prove my point. I'm just sharing my point as opposed to inflicting my point or something like that.
Hey, Swan Picker. Aloha. Did you say hi to B Nudes?
No.
I feel like it's
Let's
been
go
a
back up
really
here.
long time since we've seen a lot of you guys. And B Nudes especially, I feel like it's been a really long time.
I want to go back to this just because I feel for you, and we've been through that, and
I
yes,
feel bad
I'm mourning with your wife. The
for
closing,
your wife, yeah.
but let's just keep the positivity going and use the energy that is now not being drained. Especially, I can imagine there's probably some negative emotions tied up in that have been alleviated. Maybe a little bit of pressure. something like that, and just really lean into those things and feel those. Them give you some extra time, maybe, to do more things, to invent a new program. Yep. Get a food truck and make Cubanos.
So if
I
you're,
just had an idea. Get a food truck.
so I'm guessing you're keeping the space for now because you're probably in a lease, right? So, but it's also a good place too if you're selling on like Marketplace and stuff, where you can have people come and pick up stuff there, and maybe they'll see other things as well that they like.
Go Peewee. Go Peewee. I spike my Kool-Aid with corn syrup. Live a little. Corn syrup's, my grandfather used to put that. He had 2 bottles of Caro syrup. The weirdest thing. I've never seen anybody else do this before. Or after, for that matter. 2 bottles of Caro syrup. He had corn syrup and he had molasses. And that's what he used on pancakes. And he would mix it up.
I remember when we were young, like at some pajama parties, we tried making taffy. What was that with? Caro syrup.
That's corn syrup. They also make the molasses syrup. So that was the difference. It wasn't
molasses. It was like clearish.
But they're sugar syrups.
Yellow.
Yeah. And corn syrup just tastes like sweet smear. Molasses tastes like gooey sweet smear too.
Biff is saying Heaven's Gate wore purple Nike and ate cyanide applesauce.
Yes.
Those Nikes are probably
premium. Come on, where are they? They're probably not in a good place.
Were they mass produced or were they like a custom thing? I
don't talk about it anymore. I know what our next project is. Don't say anymore.
Right. Den decor, I drink my own urine because it's sterile and I like the taste. Rip.
Did you just watch Waterworld or something? It's like I got the one little tree with one orange on it, and I pee into my own mouth.
And
not directly. That would be weird.
The core was yay Peewee. Gosh dang it! Whenever I see pictures of Peewee, I just want to snuggle with him.
He is just a big pile
Holy
of
crap.
dog.
Look at how far behind I'm calling. That's when the phone rang.
Put me on the air.
That would be so
You're
great.
on the air.
Ooh, that sounds so good. Biff drinks green tea with a little hibiscus and lemongrass.
That does sound good. Biff has that. He's got that like finesse of life.
Oh, Amy!
The finesse of life, where you just like add a little couple things here and there, and it just makes all the other things like quantumly better. God called to reminding you on Psalm 91. What is that?
I don't know.
Look at here. We've got. Why aren't these coming up? There we go. It's Amy.
I know, Amy. It's so nice to see you. Don't know if you're still here. We're pretty far behind, but oh my goodness. So
Should I
glad
start
to see
having
you.
like Beard show up in our show and other people and put an open line for people to show up?
Oh yeah, you can do that.
We should try that sometime and see what a nightmare. What a great thing that would be. Insert all Kool-Aid jokes here. If you don't drink your own Kool-Aid, why did you make the Kool-Aid in the first place? Exactly. I was surprised how many YouTube videos that I didn't watch to see what their actual opinion was because I have my own. I saw that said, don't drink your
Aloha,
own.
you guys. Thank you.
Are they at the bottom? Do I have to go to the bottom?
Well, I just saw.
Oh my gosh, look at that. It's a tealy. Look out.
Stay perky.
High five for everybody.
I see you are here still, Amy. So great to see you. Been missing you, but I know you're busy.
We're glad to be back. It was a long couple of weeks. I mean, we did come back on that Monday, but that was only an hour. So it felt like we had 2 weeks of.
Well, for one,
trying to get our heads
around it. I mean, we really do consider you guys our friends. So it was.
Yeah.
It's weird not, like hanging out with you guys. So that felt weird. And then
like carbonated Kool-Aid. That would work.
Everyone was so sweet and supportive, and
so many people
reached out, and it's
whether
really
it was through the
just
chat,
so heartwarming,
whether
and
it was email, whether it was telepathy. I heard from lots of people.
We had somebody that found a website placeholder that we have and emailed through that Google.
Oh, all my websites were like mucked up because I hadn't. First of all, one of them I hadn't even paid for yet because it just slipped through the cracks. And then the other ones they didn't have certificates. I'm not doing websites right now, so all my websites were jacked. So people couldn't get through. Anyway, I fixed it all. So
But anyhow, we had somebody reach out to us through one of those. Just so sweet. Everyone, you guys are so sweet.
I know, it really is.
We're so fortunate to have
every single connection
part of our
that we made
lives.
during the past 2 weeks has just been like, boom, like, yeah. Does that make sense? Boom, like, yeah, man. You can, like, feel it. It's tangible.
Oh, Mike Seller was popping in, probably not here anymore, but that's nice of him to pop in.
Story of my life. Yes. Oh, the opposites. Yeah. If you have that ability to do the opposite, I think it's something I structured from birth, you know, like from maybe not being picked for the team sports in like first grade. So then you develop this thing of doing, oh, I don't even want to do that thing. I want to do this opposite thing over here. I remember doing that. Like I invented opposite town. So now as a full-fledged, almost adult person of 55 years, I absolutely automatically look for the opposite thing. Like in everything. Okay. But I don't think I'm necessarily obstinate. So I'm not like, just, like maybe a little bit. Oh
wait, I just need to do this.
Yes, Beth. It does. It totally does work better with the camera. And I wouldn't say that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, walk up with a camera like, hey. In Vermont, there's definitely a neighborhood vibe in Vermont. So it would be very rare that you couldn't pull onto someone's property in Vermont and have them chase. I'm sorry. It would be very rare to pull onto someone's property and have them chase you out. I would say you have a 83.5% chance of having a positive experience to showing up on someone's front yard.
You can
in Vermont.
You can assess the situ also. Just
if they got
you
like
can get a vibe.
If they got like one of those flags with the, don't go there. But other than that, I mean, because there's a lot of farmers and just like people who live in sort of the woods that are almost towny folks, not townies, but just like, you know, they're not like backwoods or anything. They're just in the backwoods. Does that make sense? They're like the people that you need when things go bad. That's them everywhere. Anyway, they're just nice guys, people. Ladies too. So here's the point. I'm going to tell you a story. So back in the day, we went to a barn and I've said this before, that
poo-poo platter.
You go to a place and you buy all this. They're selling crap, like old crap from like the 40s and 50s and 60s. It's great. And you buy piles of it. And then underneath the pile that you didn't even know is there's like a 62 Lincoln Continental. That's kind of like the old Vermont, but you can still find that from time to time. It's not fully.
Everyone's just a picker now, so.
Yeah, we've been hammered by the pickers, but they're still here. And also in the olden days, but it's still true. Go above the border, 45 minutes from us, into Canada. That place is still just piled with crap. They have so much cool stuff.
Yeah, we gotta
that
get
never
up
made
there
it
this
to America.
summer.
Well, they did make it to America. They just didn't know they were America yet. Am I right? Good old 51.
We're sad
Am I right, dude?
trombone.
Poo-poo platter.
High five. High five to Canada. Don't you dare. Actually, I don't want. You know, it would suck. I'll tell you what would really suck, having gone across the border to Canada so many millions of times, to not have a border there. I like the border there. I kind of like it, don't you? Don't you love that border? And they give you the up and down, and you got to behave. So you go up to Canada and you behave. I like that.
Yeah, I like Canada a lot.
It would be weird to not have a border there. Because they're also weird in French. So once you cross that border, you're in Frenchville. You do not, there's no mistaking it.
And
Mike Seller, aloha for
so nice
Pokies.
to see you, Mike.
Sorry we missed you though, probably.
I know.
The Kool-Aid man played baseball. He was the pitcher. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you drink Tang,
You need to take your show on the road, lag.
You become an astronaut. I become an astrophysicist. We did take it.
I like Tang.
Tang is good.
Yeah.
You know when it's good? After a tiki party, and then you wake up in the morning and you go, "Did I drink any water last night? Why are my fingers just skeletal bones?" They're like, because they're all shriveled up. Dehydrated.
Biff was saying you get 60,000 listings in Collectibles, so list everything if you have time.
Yeah, that's what we did. We were so like, we gotta just do it. Just do it. You know what I hate about eBay? Is it's so simple. It's so simple. You just get stuff and list it, and then people buy it. You know. And when they say good stuff, I love how everybody said good stuff. And then the good stuff used to be whatever the good stuff was whatever it was at the time. And maybe it still is, remotes and everything. But that's not good stuff. That's just stuff.
Well,
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, it has to be. You just need to list every single day. I mean, I'm focusing on our media. And
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, okay, take a break from media, work on photographing this, whatever, stereo crap. So, but.
Then we have 2 15-minute. Nope. That was a bad joke. I totally canceled my own joke. We don't have anything for. Wait, hold on. We do. We have one. Because this is what just happened. No one's ever going to hear that terrible joke. Yeah.
Oh, that's so you. Hey, I
B
miss
Nudes
some of
is
these
here.
things. I know. I'm so happy to see B Nudes.
A Dunning-Kruger poster child. I looked this up last week, but my mind was erased, so I can't remember that. Can't remember that.
Wait, is
What
that
the Dunning-Kruger?
Severance?
Is it?
Yeah.
Know what you don't know. Yes.
Because you were saying with some weird.
Yes. I'm severed. I'm fully severed. With
I missed
eBay
that.
tape.
I missed that.
I know what I know.
What's
You know.
next?
No, you got to know what you don't know. No. You have to know what you know and then know it. What was my saying? I trademarked it and everything.
Know your knowledge.
Know your knowledge.
Are you gonna write that down?
No. I'm not gonna know my own knowledge. That's weird. That's incestuous. Basket Noodle. I love to learn. I try to learn new things every day. You try? I mean, it's impossible. Once you get old enough so the memory issues start kicking in, then you just learn the same thing every day, but it's new to you. So you can never not learn every day. Thank you. Can't wait for those times.
Jovial saying, the more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know.
Yeah, but now you know it, and you can't forget it, although she does a really good job of forgetting everything.
Yeah, so I will realize that I just didn't know something that I just learned, but then
5 seconds ago.
I lose what I just learned.
Fell out the other side.
My brain is just a sieve. It's
She's
like,
reached a full gigabytes, so she doesn't have an upgrade. So you have to lose some stuff in order to get the new stuff in, and that's why she's like, "How do I move?"
I need my circuit board replaced. Oops, sorry, yawn.
How many yawns is that?
I don't know.
Busted. Paul Rose, great if you work for yourself and paid employment. The more you know, the more you get given to do. Trust me. Right now, Paul, the number one rule of drinking your own Kool-Aid is don't work for anybody else. You got to work for yourself. Forgot to write that part down. So if you're going to drink your own Kool-Aid, that basically means you work for yourself. So work. This pen doesn't work. Do you know what this means?
You're overthinking it.
I know. That's why I use pencils, because pencils never don't
There's
work.
plenty of ink in this.
So, okay, I already forgot. Know what
Don't
you know.
Work for yourself. Don't work for anyone else.
Know what you know your knowledge. That was it, right?
But yes, Basket Noodle agrees. This is the truth. Yes. Yeah, it is unfair. I mean, if you get compensated, but a lot of places just don't even bother compensating you.
Some people are very comfortable in that work environment where the structure is in place, and you can't drink your own Kool-Aid in someone else's Kool-Aid room. That's the saying you hear a lot, isn't it? Thank you. You can't drink your own Kool-Aid in someone else's house.
Yeah. B Dog was saying hi to A.
Ayo, ayo. What'd you do?
Ayo.
Is it the rat?
Basket Noodles
Mickey Rat.
was saying how when he was a young lad in school, he was doing all sorts of stuff and putting through to stationary engineering for boilers and didn't even get the rates. Biff was saying this is so far back when you were talking about the restaurant closing. Labor and food costs
Yes.
are restaurant killers. And so...
We overpaid our chef and stuff, but Biff
also,
knows. Remember,
also,
she's from the Pink Laundry and the
also,
whole thing.
there's like a minimum wage for servers, and I think at the time it was like $4. But
No, it was $2.75.
Oh, but you paid them
$5.
Okay.
Because we were trying to be, we were trying to be cool. So we were positioning ourselves as a cool bar in town. It's a tiki bar in the mid 2000s. So in order to attract the right people to work there, we basically
paid double the minimum wage for servers.
Cherry picked all the bars around town with that price. So we had my partner, one of my partners. He was like sort of like the really friends with almost everybody, and so he made deals with them all. He's like, come, people who had worked in the bar scene for a decade all came to our restaurant so we could start with a head start, and it did work that way. It just, we couldn't figure out how to keep it going once the engine was going for 6-8 months is when we hit winter, our very first winter, and which is gonna suck, and we just could not pull our heads out of our butts, and we tried a lot of different things. I was the manager for most of the time, but I even stepped down in the last 2 months because my other partners who were seasoned restaurant dudes were going to give it a crack, but they didn't. They cracked up. Bottom line is, what?
Restaurants are hard.
Restaurants are hard, okay? Labor and food costs. And we paid back then, 2005, Biff. Chef was 25 years old. Chef was a little crackheady, but responsible. Definitely a pro. Just still young and having difficulties not doing a lot of cocaine and playing that game EverQuest. And he like somehow was high on coke a lot and then like did things to get these golden keys, which he would sell on eBay to then buy. Anyway, this is just a thing that happened.
Oh,
and
boy.
it was 20 years ago. It's out of the spirit of hospitality. What? Crackhead.
Can you stop?
No, because you're a crackhead.
Uh.
What are you talking about? Should I tell him about your crack? So anyway, the guy, did I tell how much we paid him? $775 a week. What is that? $2,900 a month. In 2005 dollars, I don't know what that would be. Oh, it's a lot. I mean, that's a lot. $1,600 every 2 weeks. And sometimes I had to give him more money. And sometimes his dog got run over by cars. So
Can you keep going, please, with this?
Biff said that labor and food costs are killers.
He wasn't asking. He was just making a comment.
He wanted that comment. He needed to have that from me.
Lag's definitely a dink.
Lag is a dink. Basket Noodle was doing stuff. Lag was dinking out.
The dink we're referring to is dual income, no kids.
Yeah, that's the right one.
You're a sink, Lag. Single income, no kids.
And we're dual people with one income. What's that?
Dual.
DP? That's not right. Primo, the next beardage is back in full effect now. I know, Paul Rose. Isn't that true? And because I actually, at some point...
I feel like I should sort of zip.
Yeah, no, it needs to come down. This is getting crazy.
Yeah.
This is coming off. Part of it.
Yeah, that's really scraggly.
You know what it is? Is it has this spread here where I shaved it. And so this is shorter in here than it is out here. So then it still makes this look like two.
Yeah. All right, keep on going.
But as beards go. As neck beards go.
Nothing you can show will convince me you are not crazy.
I have documents. I will show you my papers. No, I think I'm officially crazy. The doctor said, bing, you're officially crazy. I don't know what it takes. What does it take to be officially crazy? They used to say, remember those fake things that I don't think are true,
Like
but
7 hits of acid.
yeah, like if you take acid, because then I probably totally crazy.
B-Nudes was saying that in high school he
Look at
did
my
some
mom.
component. Like, no, I love
That's
you
so
so much.
sweet.
Component electronics, but didn't continue it, and then every time I start now, I get sidetracked.
Aloha, Jen!
Hi, Jen! Nice to see you. Oh, Mike was saying I put out my best coupon this month, first of month, and bam, over 5,000 in sales.
I mean, I'm not for sure that,
What is your coupon offer?
you know, are things like better? Are there less people shopping? Less sellers, so more stuff is getting spread around? I don't know. But that is an awesome jam. And we're killing it based on specifically listing stuff and selling it. And cassette tape players have skyrocketed. Right now is a bubble on cassette tape players and CD players. No doubt about it. Especially if they're from the 80s, not 90s or 2000s. So people want vintage cassette decks, right? So that one that we sold is, I want to say it's 1993, Sony ES. And that is sort of like the, right there. I mean, maybe 90s cassette decks are okay. But if you went into 2000 with cassette decks, they got cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. And people can tell that. So they're wanting these more like bulletproof type high-end jammies. And this one does have, I don't even think it's 3 head. It's just a dubbing deck. Oh my goodness. Dendicor, we were up over the weekend, but today is slow. Today is slow for us too, being Monday, but I just packed 20 items and I still have the big things to do yet. So
Paul was saying, welcome to your mom. Welcome to the madness. You raised a unique one there, LOL.
Oh, that's
But
sweet.
your mom, I don't know, Nance, if you're still here. No, you should have been able to chat. You don't need to be a member to chat. So.
No, you just right there down below in the chat where it says chat. You should be able to.
Yeah.
Well, you did just chat. She's in the chat saying that she chat.
Yeah, but she thought she had to be a member to chat.
Oh, well, thanks for your money. Thank you. No refunds.
We love you, Nance. Oh, okay. So Mike did a buy 3 get $10 off coupon. One buyer bought $2,300 from my store, $80 discount.
Good job. I can't remember what Mike sells. Do you remember? Is it media or cards? That sounds like media cards, right? Buy 3.
No, I'm sorry, Mike. I know you've told us several times. I think it's like a combination of even like similar stuff we sell.
But that's one buyer bought 2,300 is of the same thing. I would imagine, right? That would have to be records or cards or something.
True. That probably was cards.
And it's really a pretty
well, good
minimal
job, Mike.
discount.
Good for you.
I mean, it's a minimal discount on that $80 for $2,300 worth. I mean, because we are sacrificing 30%, but the problem is that if we didn't put it for 30% off, it wouldn't have sold. So we wouldn't have gotten the money. So what's the point?
I know. We just need to get rid of crap.
How are we going to buy our own Kool-Aid if we don't have money? That's the question. So number 6. Number 5 is get to the point. But number 6 is speak with intent, right? If you're doing business, speak with intent. 7 is accuracy. No. Number 7 is tenacity. And that is, you should be able to remember tenacity from the scene from Ren and Stimpy, where Powdered Toast Man has the Pope on him. He's on his back, and he flies backwards. Powdered Toast Man flies backwards, and Powdered Toast Man says, "Cling tenaciously to my buttocks." So the Pope has to hold on to Powdered Toast Man's butt mounds, with tenacity. So he doesn't want to fall off. So he's got to really cling there and worry about staying clung. So, keep up with yourself. If you're going to do something, keep doing it. Stay on it.
Poo-poo platter.
Tenace. That's what I'm saying. Use pinky up tenace. All right? Pinkies. Then number 8's cover your booty.
Cover your booty.
Cover your booty. Keep in mind that people are.
I have a lot of questions. Number 1, how dare you?
You do not want to get into the don't overthink it. You don't want to go into overthinking, but you just remember people are out there. People might want to mess with you, sort of. People might feel competitive. Just keep your head on a swivel. I don't think that's wrong advice still to this day.
Wait, were you elaborating on cover your ass?
I just added the redneck pickers, keep your head on a swivel, as part of the CYA.
But
covering your ass does not mean overthinking. Cover your ass means just remember that this is a competition. You are in a competition.
Well, also in the context of eBay, make sure you're taking photographs that truly represent your item.
Okay.
Hello, what are you talking about? Why are we totally on different pages?
Because you're talking about boring stuff.
You're talking about just general life.
That doesn't work. Why doesn't that work?
Which one?
When I need that, why doesn't that work? Okay, what am I going to use in the meantime?
Blah, blah, blah.
No, I need to stop for a moment and bring the house down. Biff has dabbled in ice buckets before.
The penguin
but the
one.
Freaking penguin. Oh, no, you did it.
Have you ever seen the bullet ice bucket?
The bullet? Yeah, we actually found out the maker of that. I forget, though. Hofko, maybe? The bullet ice bucket is nice, but the penguin used to be the bane of my existence. Because no matter what, you couldn't go anywhere without finding one of those penguin ice buckets. So much so, I had a dozen of them, and then I just gave them all away. I don't even know what I was disgusted with the penguin ice bucket. And so then I never had another penguin ice bucket.
Huh.
And
What a great story.
Thank you. I have a tremendous, despicable, it's just, the penguin ice bucket is despicable. I don't mind if you have one. Enjoy your penguin ice bucket. But I'm just telling you, sell it and get a better ice bucket, like a bullet one.
Dentacor and Bearded Picker both telling us to stop. Stop fighting. Stop. Mom and Dad, stop arguing. I'm getting anxiety.
I am struggling and spam is killing me. Wait, hold on. Let's go. Let's see if we can find something. Okay, working cassette decks are getting harder to find, Beard says. Rubber bands are wearing out and dry rotting. Yes. I have a big box of vintage rubber bands. So I take most of the cassette decks I can take apart and replace them. Whether they're belts or bands, I have those vintage. And what happens with those, I don't know why, they turn to, if you're in like California or something, they turn molten. They turn to a liquid. The rubber turns to liquid and it just melts all over the inside of your cassette deck, and that sucks. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you.
Primo, Kimo. You really jumped over a lot of stuff.
I'll go back.
Kimo, Kimo, baby, stinking sucker.
Oh no, Beard, now we just woke you up.
Yeah, that's
maybe.
right.
Okay, let's go back up here. Paul said something. Then Major Win says hi to Amy. Then Basket Noodle says something to Mike G. And then Major Win says something to Paul Rose. And then Major Win's like, ha 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 ha. And then Mike G says, have to research that basket. Must be a nice basket.
Basket
Noodle
noodles.
says 43 days to camp. I'm so wanting that. Yay. B Nudes is up here in the you can't call him in New England, but you know, for all intents and purposes, he's in the New Englandy area, which is the chunk of the upper country that's just all mostly woods. That's where we live. We live in that. So he lives in the New York part that's still that.
Who?
B Nudes.
Oh.
He has a camp. We don't call it in California. Oh, that's nice. And we also got a message. Who do you think that is?
We're frozen.
Whoa. Okay, so you're horrible. You go away. You
Oh, nice.
do not disturb. Go back. Ooh, did I sell something? Order update. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I have to do a little house cleaning here in the middle of the show. We don't have...
Your
any-
brother texted. Did you see that?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Ready? Yoink. We're back. Don't look at anything you're not supposed to see. Oh, there's just like an avalanche of garbage on each side of us. You just can't see it.
You guys, we have so much stuff. It's
But
like
we are making a dent.
insane.
Our denting of the horde is
That's what was
undeniable.
That was what was one of the best things from getting all of these electronics listed is they take up so much space.
electronics. Yes, they do.
Yeah, and getting rid of them, it's
And
a
they're
relief.
when you can fix them, such as myself, I can fix electronics. But I'm not good at it. I'm not efficient at it. So they tend to sit a little bit. But I'm doing tape decks and CD players are exactly the same thing. So if the doors don't open, sometimes CD players could be a problem with the laser, of course. But usually CD players are lubrication and they have belts too to open and close the doors. So if the door's not opening, it's going to be a belt. And then the laser, well, the door
Lens,
has
the
to
eye.
slide and then the laser is on a little track itself. So you got to clean off the old lube and put on new lube. And then, I mean, for a matter of $2 in parts, you can make most of these things work again. Which is huge when they sell for like $400 now, which is nuts. Swamp Picker, aloha, saying hi to Scott. Candy O, Greg is here, aloha. Sorry it's taking us so long to get
Hi,
to.
Candy-O!
Glad to have it back on YouTube.
So nice to see you.
Yes, it is. I remember getting switched from Kool-Aid to Funny Face powdered drink mix. It was equally tasty. Goofy Grape and Injun Orange were my face. They were less than politically correct, but yes, those flavors were good. And who else was in there? There was probably 4 different people. But yes, I do remember doing that. And then eventually, I think we kind of gave up on. We weren't allowed to have it anymore because I was hyper, so I couldn't have Kool-Aid. But I was allowed to have like frozen. My mom used to mix Raisin Bran with milk and then puree it and freeze it so I could have a fun popsicle treat. Just kidding. Did you actually believe that?
I just heard popsicle, and it made me smile.
At my dad's house, actually, you could have all the brisk iced tea in the jar,
Oh, brisk, yeah. I
and it's like
brisk.
powdered.
No, that was Lipton. Brisk has like carbonation in it.
I think it was called Brisk. But it was powdered iced tea, and they were like little tiny balls. They were like a weird little ball. It was weird. But it was yummy. I used to drink a lot of that. So,
Den Decor,
you're welcome.
he's saying that he sent you a fun YouTube short about
Where?
getting an eBay order in a used pizza box.
What? Nope, didn't see that. Where is it? Is it at Insta?
Props.
That's where everything is. And maybe I saw it and didn't realize it was supposed to be opened. Because, see this one right here?
Baby boy.
See right here? And then this person says it can only be used once. View the mobile app. That's a weird thing.
Oh, yeah, there's Den Decor right there.
Oh, yeah. What is this?
Good morning.
Are you going to show
And welcome to What the Hell Did I Just Receive from a Seller on eBay.
This is actually Den Decor made this.
That looks
is it okay
like
I'm sharing
food
this?
grease.
It's on you.
Well, let's take a look. Oh, look, it's still greasy.
No.
Starting lineup figure.
Wow.
Oh, there's
Oh,
still
that is
cheese
so
attached to the
bad.
box. Yep. This is what we have to fight as full-time eBay resellers.
Good point.
Good
Oh
morning.
my gosh, that
It just
is
gives,
so gross.
It gives
we
resellers
haven't had that.
sellers a bad name.
That camera came in half of its
So
original
tell
box
me,
wrapped in pieces of white
Matt,
paper. I thought that was bad.
Now, are you going to leave any feedback? Are you going, if you do leave feedback, are you going to comment on the packaging? But if the
Guess
items,
what I want for
if
dinner.
the items are as described,
Guess what I want for dinner?
pizza.
Yeah.
If the items were as described and they're fine, do you just go, oh well, or maybe message the seller just through message or through the whatever eBay messages and just be like, dude, what the hell? That's
Ask me what I would
disgusting."
do.
Nothing. You
Yeah, I
just
wouldn't
won't
do
leave
anything.
any feedback at all.
I just
and-
can't let it take up the bandwidth because I'll get sidetracked.
No,
derailed.
but it's like you are giving
I
other
understand. I'm not a
sellers
teacher.
bad name.
Go send him to Kevin Commonwealth Picker. He's got the teacher heart around here. Thank you. I don't have a teacher heart. I don't want to teach anybody anything. In fact, everything I say on here is exactly subdiverted. It's the opposite of what I mean. That's not true.
We've had pizza we've
So
had
good,
pizza
though.
twice,
It's been hitting the spot.
4
hasn't
nights
it?
over the past week and a half. And it is funny though. I look at that pizza box and I'm like,
What could we ship in there?
Not that I would ship with it,
It's such a convenient shape.
but I do because I tear
Aloha,
off,
Michelle Kirkpatrick!
Hey, Michelle! I tear off the lid because it doesn't have any grease. Because we can recycle that, and I'm like, I could use this as backing for for a record or a book, but of course I don't.
Does anybody not put their greasy stuff in with the recycling? I don't. If you're gonna recycle, just recycle my grease.
Most people now are nose pickers. I agree. Wait,
Did you see Biff? He said they need to rebrand the "Don't tread on me" to "Don't lowball me." I agree. We're gonna make that. That's my next product. TM. TM Biff Boffo. Silver hair stacker. 4
silver
pokies up.
hair.
Aloha. Whoops, that
Nice to see you, silver hair.
one. And then there's Lag is trying to be cool like me with the glasses. $3. Oh, something about beer. Import beer. Oh, St. Pauli girl. Swamp Picker says, hey, Todd. There's an LOL. And then, hey, Glenn. And then B Nudes. And then B Nudes. And then Major Win. And then Mike G. This is the cool part of the show, right? Where I just...
Oh, Swamp Picker had to go back to work.
Okay, bye. Have a great day. Aloha.
Thanks for stopping in.
Okay, she's doing good. Oh, his girlfriend. Thanks for asking. She's excited, basically. Girlfriend? Did I say girlfriend? You're my girlfriend. So, wife, girlfriend.
So wait, what is Michelle saying? What's her story here?
Let's see. Michelle says the worst border crossing experiment I have ever had was crossing into BC 2 summers ago. We were sent to secondary search for no reason at all. We have 0 criminal history.
Yeah, they say they just randomly pick people.
They say that. And then I used to go through the border all the time when I worked for the radio station. I used to go up to Montreal and do concerts, and I'd introduce mostly. I'd be introducing concerts, or we'd have a night at a bar or something, or it would be big bands up there. And I would bring lots of prizes. So I did get caught a couple times having to pay duty on CDs we were bringing up to give away. That was always annoying. But the best one I had was after Woodstock 99, which is way out of the, you can't charge us anymore. And we went to Woodstock 99, and we had brought some pot with us. We were crazy. It was so crazy. But I forgot the pot in the backpack. And we used the backpack to bring it up to Montreal. Or maybe I tried to smuggle it.
Backpack.
I can't remember. And so they randomly pulled us over, and they searched our car. They pulled us into a room. They separated us. And they pulled out my little Tupperware of pot and said, "What is this?" And I'm like, "It's pot." And they're like, "You can't bring this up here." And I'm like, "Oh." Because, well, in all honesty, they make a lot of pot up here in Canada.
But you actually told them that you didn't even realize. I'm sure they always hear that.
From Woodstock 99.
But you said, "I didn't even know that was in there. I had it at whatever."
And they said, "We're going to keep this." And I'm like, "Can I have back the little," because I love the little Tupperware thing. It was like a little fluorescent orange Tupperware thing. And the lady literally turned to me and she said, "You're going to have yourself another Tupperware party." That's how she said it. I remember it to this day because it was traumatic. I lost my little Tupperware thing. And then, guess what happened? Off we went into Canada. They didn't even kick us out of Canada. They just were like, go. Go have fun, spend money. Ah, my God.
But yes, I've had when the job I had before working with him. Oh, Mike Seller gave Pokey some
Wait,
treat
Mike Seller.
money.
Sorry, we're
Thank
so far
you.
behind still. Did I say bar behind?
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I don't know.
had a
Just had to
story.
go up to
It broke
Canada to train people and work up there a couple times because the company I worked for expanded into Canada, and there was a few times where they hassled me going up there. So why are you coming up here to work? Aren't there good enough people in Canada to work?
You're taking jobs from the Canadians?
And I said, I don't want to be up here working.
I don't want to work up here.
They're
making
asked me to come.
It's slave labor.
Making me train people. And if it was up to me, I wouldn't be coming. And they're like, oh, okay.
Did you see Paul Rose had guns all around him from the Spanish police, sick as a dog on checkout, and a replica handgun in my hand luggage instead of my suitcase? Well, I mean, I guess the question is, why? Where did you even have that in your suitcase at the time, my friend? International travel with gun-like objects is probably not necessarily.
I wonder how long
suggested.
ago that was.
I mean, in the EU, though, when you're in Europe, it's like you're just on a train, you're rail. But they still have customs, I guess. Major win. Just had my annual review. It went well. Thank you. Was it like in Severance where they gave you like a full binder and then you self-critique yourself and then you say too many big words and then you get demoted?
Well, good job,
Yeah,
Doug.
that's nice.
I'm not surprised. You are truly just a gem, and I'm sure they appreciate you so much. But California is extremely expensive, so I get it.
And the question is, so I had to convince myself it was okay to live in Vermont for 30 years. After growing up there, I lived in California for 23 years. Then I moved here. And it was awesome. The competition for space and maybe it was just because I was so hyper. I just could not concentrate on anything. There was just too many things to be interested in. And I found that moving to this boring one-horse town out here in Vermont has actually helped me.
You certainly stand out here,
Yeah. I have a shirt that says I'm from California on it. I mean, it's a really old shirt, but I did have that made because I felt like it was important for people to know. But I don't think they need to know that because I think they just guess.
Jovial was asking if your mom was still in the chat because she's having a hard time behaving. You're so cute.
She's kind of she'll come and go, I think. I think she doesn't watch all in one sitting, is what I mean. So she might digest our show in several sittings. Upwards moves, always good. My brother worked for MMED and the Java engineer, and then there's some more words, and then some more words about work. Lag says, I love EverQuest. That's all the way back to when our
I know,
chef.
good heavens.
Level 60 barrel cleric looking for group. I don't even know what that means, Ayo,
That's
but
something with
I
EverQuest.
think you win. If we played, you would win because I don't even know what you're talking about. We don't even know. Still, 55 years old. She's 54 years old. We still don't know how to.
I'm not 54.
How to play. You're some number of years younger than me. We don't know how to do card games yet. Still don't know how to technically play Dungeons and Dragons. I know how to play it, but no one ever let me play in their group or on their thing or whatever you call them. They're banned. So I don't even know what these words are. These crazy words you're using. All you people trying to throw your knowledge up in me.
So wait, he continues with it. So I love EverQuest and cocaine. Can I have a job? You are just a riot. Good heavens.
Yes, we were at that time. We were hiring with credentials, EverQuest, and cocaine. Those are mandatory in our job. Now, what's really funny is that imagine that this person who, I'll protect his name for now, that we had all these police being called at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning when the restaurant was closed, and and the security guy had left, and everything was locked up. And this lady kept calling, and she became a real pain in our butt. And she was calling the cops all the time. And it turns out she wasn't crazy. She was still annoying. But the chef was breaking into the place because he only lived like a block away. And was just like drinking and turning up the music, dance hall reggae at 4 o'clock in the morning as loud as he could in our restaurant, which was connected to people's, well, they weren't too close, but they were close enough to hear it. So he was kind of high.
B Dudes was just saying how he his brother passed away last summer, and he was saying how they just got informed about his stock options. He had 22,000 shares.
Whoa!
Which reminds me of a local.
I would like to officially be silver hair. If I'm in your will, I would like to decline that, and I would like to go on to B Nudes will. Please, thank you.
A local company that developed a system for beverage distributors just sold for like $1 billion or something.
Oh, around here. Yeah. Local Vermont company.
And the long-term employees, I don't know if it was like employee earned, but they had stakes in the business, and they're getting like $10 million cash outs because of this sale. How awesome for them.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of a Vermonty thing to be all like give the company to your employees. Yeah. On the other side of an interesting situation involving ice cream and Ben and Jerry's, apparently they are out trying to repurchase their company from Unilever.
Stop.
Yeah, they're trying. I mean, I read it in the news. Is that real or not? Who knows?
Oh my goodness.
I don't. If there was some sort of subterfuge about it, I'm sure I wouldn't have heard it by now. So, I guess they're directly trying to buy it with money, not trying to steal it or do something weird.
Whoa. When I was
a
kid, we'd go to
Put me on the list.
Original Ben and Jerry's store. It was a converted gas station with loose pebble floor, and they would churn the ice cream there. And I remember being little, and I would order the coffee ice cream, and I'd be like, I'm having coffee, thinking it was so like fabulous for having coffee.
Big up, Major Win.
Yeah,
what are some other words? Slapping the bass. Slapping the bass. Come on.
Slapping the bass.
We did not see. I did not see the undie return short. Unless this is actually an old undie return. You know, it's really weird. James isn't here anymore. And it's unfortunate that Peewee did have actual seizures this weekend. But he's coming out of it more quickly than he had been. But he hadn't been posting shorts. So on our YouTube thing, it was posting shorts from months ago.
I noticed that
talking about Peewee seizures.
YouTube pushes old shorts.
Yeah.
And I'm sometimes like, wait, is this new or old? What is this?
Yeah, especially if you're following along somebody's thing and they just interject an old one. It's confused us.
If there's any YouTuber video creators still in our chat, I noticed that I remember reading how YouTube was going to start YouTube Community, which was going to be like a way for your viewers and members to communicate with each other, sort of like gosh dang it, what is that thing that
I'm trying to see if my
Flippin' Ain't Easy just started? Discord.
Discord.
So it's sort of like a Discord, but it's through YouTube.
Oh, really?
And I saw
it's a full Discord server.
I read about it a while ago, and
is it just posts or groups posts?
It's just posts. Justin. So on my YouTube feed this morning, like, you know, just showing me the people I follow, and it had posts from Justin Resells Community, and then you can scroll to the left and you can see the recent posts that people made, and it's literally called Justin Resells Community. So he is, I don't know if it's in beta mode still or what.
Look, I found it. Retro video games.
Right.
So wait, you sold $2,300 of video games? That's pretty awesome.
I wonder, like, who the hell buys that many? A store maybe?
Lag. He had them routed through Germany, right? Did you say they sold to Germany? Or did I just make that up?
You're making.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Sometimes where there's no details, I just fill them in with DNA.
Crikeys!
The way I look at it, I pass up $5 to the buyers when it comes to combined shipping. Each individual sale cost us about $5 for light items.
Yeah.
We're for
our stuff that we charge $5 to ship, well, $4.99. We will combine shipping and just charge an extra $1 for each additional item.
Never works though. I mean, it just obviously they want that 40 cents. So they still, like when I sold 9 records to that one guy, he wasn't able to squish them together. So they're getting 9 40 cents.
Prepay. So that was a lot of extra money he had to pay for then us to reimburse him.
But we didn't get reimbursed the 40 cents per sale. So if it was one sale with 9 items, 40 cents, or nine separate sales, it's 40 cents for each 9.
Why can't eBay just fix something
they want
seems
that
so
40 cents.
stinking simple?
Because they want that money.
You buttholes.
They can, but they don't because of that 40 cents. That's what it is. It's literally because of that 40 cents.
Well, what if you could have lost that sale? Say somebody was using their debit card and they had only X amount of funds.
You've lost that sale. You've lost. You know how many sales we've lost because of that? Every single person on here who sells media, especially media, where you have multiples being sold.
And someone's like, I don't have the extra shipping money that you now need to charge me just to reimburse me, but I don't have that extra money, so cancel my sale.
Now the question is, why does eBay do that? And the answer to that is, if you follow the money, they make more money on the 40 cents than letting your sale go through for one. So they're not, okay, wait, what's 9 times 40?
So you're saying they don't refund you the
40 cents. So in other words, if you buy 9 records from me, they're all individual sales and there's no way to combine them, and they have to overpay.
9 times 4 is
$1 million.
I can't remember. What is 9 times 4?
It's $36. It's $3.60. So that's how much they make, just not including their final value fees, because now they make final value fees on top of that. Let's say they didn't get this sale at all. Well, and then they're losing that money.
The 40 cents is the final value fee on the $5?
40 cents is transaction fee. Every item has that. You got to go to eBay school. Do you even eBay?
I know. I am not knowledgeable in eBay.
Yeah, 40
None.
cents. And that's why they do it. And that's why they can't ever connect
What
our sales.
a-holes.
Because they make more money just on the transaction fee. And then they make it on the final value fees, but they make it on the transaction fee. That's why they do it. How much do they lose by having it be this complicated? I don't know. But they definitely have numbers that they get money from the 40 cents. They don't have numbers on how much they don't get. Right?
Right.
That's
They
math.
just don't know.
That's math.
Unless.
I be mathing.
Yeah, they should have, like, remember it used to be, why are you asking to cancel this sale? Is it because you found a different price? They should be like, because there's no way to combine shipping.
Yes. These words.
We rise by lifting others up on eBay. As our individual quality succeeds, we all succeed better. Quantity of items and other seller count can poach customers through as well. Both can exist and be true. Yep.
It is true. True that. You're sassy. Paul's loving the sassy spam. You need to get the ice bucket with the wood handle variant, not the plastic. Yeah,
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I will not be involved in the penguin. It's one of the only things on the planet of Earth. Okay. I have a slightly newfound appreciation for milk crates because some of the older ones can actually be worth money, especially if they're rainbow colors and they have a metal band around the top. That means I think you can age them to like the 60s with a metal band, maybe into the 70s. But if they don't have a metal band, don't worry about them for the most part.
Hey,
Yeah, go.
do you remember?
Quiz me.
Josh had some
Yeah.
and then somebody was
Give 'em
like,
back.
you're not allowed
No,
to.
we're
have
hardcore.
those.
We're Americans. You can't touch my milk crates. I'll steal all your milk crates. I'll
'Cause
steal your
they're
grocery carts.
technically still
and
the
milk.
property of the company that.
I've got. Do you know how many Columbia House records I have? How many golf flags I have? How many grocery carts? And all these items you're not supposed to have, but I got them.
Do you guys?
Excuse me.
Do any of you guys use those buckets from the post office? Because they
Oh, you're not supposed to have those.
they now have barcodes on them, and they're
supposed to be tracking.
They're
them.
tracking them now, because so many
Supposedly.
people never return them and just throw them in storage units and stuff. So now they have them tracked.
Who would ever do that?
Kimo, baby, stinking sucker. Yeah, that's right.
No, there's stuff in it. Stuff that needs to
I mean,
ship.
we legitimately have those. I do not like milk crates because they're garbage. But there are some older ones that are worth money. And the point being that the only other thing that I hate more than milk crates, and that's the only thing I hate, it's the penguin ice bucket. I just do not accept it. I will help you. Anybody who has one, I will purchase it from you
Keep
so
it
I can
moving.
I can get rid of it, and we can
Move
move
along.
you into a better ice bucket. Thank you. Mike G says coupon like 3 with every.
He meant to say a percentage or a dollar amount can encourage bigger purchases. Don't tell anyone my sales.
I don't know why I don't. I
don't
have a
do
permanent.
coupons.
It's permanent. I have combined shipping on. It's permanent combined shipping, but it never works. Although sometimes people can get through on it, and it's not. And so this guy from the weekend, he actually. So this is what happened.
It's something to do
No,
with
hold
if
on.
you send an offer
Yes, okay,
or if they send an
I'm
offer.
gonna
It
explain
doesn't combine
something.
shipping.
There was 9 items he purchased. I sent an offer on one of the items. He purchased that one item. It came through on a separate sale by itself. And then he bought 8 other ones. They also came through on separate sales by themselves. But
Those 8 got
I
combined.
was able to combine them in shipping. They did not come through on an offer I sent him. But still, there was no way for me to not. I had to refund him $30 in shipping because it was $4.99 times 9, and it was only $10 to
so
ship.
he still had to prepay.
Still had to prepay.
For you to refund.
But I couldn't combine that single one that I had sent him an offer. Couldn't combine it with the other ones he bought. I had to self. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I had to. What do you mean? 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 What What am I trying to say? I had to self put in the tracking number. Flagellate. That's not the right word.
So
It's
Mike
definitely not the right
sold Tyson Punch Out, Atari Surround, Metroid, 8-bit.
And a gazillion more. $2,300 in just your basic video games. I mean, I guess they're... I don't know how much Mike Tyson's Punch Out is. Are they in boxes? They might be in boxes and stuff. So it's easier to get to $2,300. I could see it. Because I would say that I don't have... I would say 90% of our video games are loose at this point. Only the ones that I'm keeping aren't. No, we don't have too many in boxes. No, there's a bunch in boxes. In television, the silver Atari games, we have a bunch of boxes of those because we used to go buy them at... Sometimes you can still go to Best Electronics and buy Atari games. Don't go there. That's my secret.
We don't have a Best Electronics.
It's in California. It's only one place.
Keep on
You've
scrolling.
been there. Remember you went there.
What was the one that had like the Texas theme? It closed
That's
over the
Fry's
past 5 years.
Electronics.
Yeah, it closed.
No, Best Electronics is... Remember the family that lived in the building in San Jose and they bought all of Atari stuff? And we went there for Atari 5200 paddle, gold, CX50, new joystick thing.
No.
You move along.
My memory is so bad.
Lag. It's not me. We have no idea what that means. I'm going down to the bottom because we don't even know. Biff Boffo says, being in a lower dollar niche where people buy multiple items daily, I am all too familiar with these silly combined shipping nuisances. And wouldn't you agree, Biff, that it is definitely it is to get that 40 cents. It's to get those fees. Those fees amount to so much. When you have millions of sales a day and you get 30 cents on each one, that's like $40 million.
Yeah, Biff was saying he's dabbled in...
No, we have not either. Good point. We're going to have to keep our eyes out.
Paul, have you been in touch with eBay Carl?
Carl over in the England? Yeah, Primo, when combined shipping, eBay tells you to use the same tracking numbers for multiple orders. It won't let you combine or they won't cover you. But how else are you going to look after the customer? I know. It's crazy. Well, I mean, you just hope it gets there, if there's going to be any sort of issue.
B News was saying, yeah, I'd rather recommend anyone with extra dough to look for the Mountain IPO. So I guess.
Oh, Mountain. Didn't I hear that? Did that come across, or was that from our chat?
Our chat.
No. Like in the past week. Have I heard it from somewhere else?
If you watch,
I'll take some insider trading.
He was saying if you watch Roku, you'll see the MNTN pushing their platform now.
Oh, I'm looking at it.
Paul, I can work the back end lag. Oh, basket news. Mountain bought Ryan Reynolds' creative firm.
Really?
Well, you just scrolled up, so I wasn't able to read the rest of it.
Okay, wait.
Stop!
No,
Oh.
I have to go all the way up here. Okay, very quickly, we're going to go there. Frozen Ring, handing, Avalanche Garbage, had tea back in the day. Major Win, smash the like. Thank you very much. Smash the like,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank
We
you.
always forget that stuff.
Ryan, I remember discovering that cups made of funny face drinks. Yes, that's how they switched from Kool-Aid to the people with the things. Signal Fixer's here. Aloha.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Major Win. Wasn't there some kind of parody involving tea? Yeah, I sort of recall that somewhere somewhere on the East Coast. I don't know. Free cheese.
Oh, cheese is the best.
I don't know if that was the right kind of cheese. That's wild. You're welcome. Shoot, sorry about my packaging job. Mike G's taking credit for the pizza. What he gave up, he had perfectly good. You left perfectly good cheese in there. I don't know if I can. But where did it get? But did it get there safely? How do you file a report when it doesn't even break?
I know.
Silverhair is wearing a costume.
Oh my goodness! Look at done decor. Look the outcome.
Right here.
Yeah.
Oh no.
100% negative. They sent me a full refund and wanted me to revise my feedback. I sent him a reply saying, "Suppose I had a food allergy and I got sick."
That's so smart.
That is very true. Galaxy, what's his dude's name? CDs.
That takes I appreciate the fact because like I said, I would have just went on down the road, but I mean, you were in a good place to teach, and thank you for doing that. Actually, going to Decor Depot, Matt, we speak your name. You did us a great service by doing that and taking the time out to. And be annoying.
Mister, yeah, you wouldn't do it, but
I wouldn't do it, but that's because I'm lazy, I guess, because I'm not a good teacher. I got to keep myself on track.
I think.
If I get derailed, do you know how derailed you get like when your sister doesn't get her money from the person with the shirts? And then 3 days are lost. I can't do that. I can't lose my time. You lose your time. I don't lose my time. I take care of my kids. Hello, right back, Major Wade. Oops, sorry. Single fixer talking. Mike G, I love those stinky packages. Scratch and sniff.
I bring them to my wife.
It smells like pizza. What if your pizza box doesn't smell like pizza? Then you're in trouble.
Does it smell like puppy Frito paws? Yummy.
Biff Pop.
What?
He gave up on recycling at the same time he gave up on the human race. California has an extra recycling. So they have the blue bucket, they have the green bucket, and they have a purple bucket, maybe even a black bucket. They have too many buckets out there in California. Well, you have to recycle your food scraps. Those, I think, go in the purple. So they can.
We have to compost here.
We have to do it in our backyard, which we have a huge rat problem in Burlington now.
Now that it's a city law ordinance, rats seem
everyone's got a rat
be
farm
in neighborhoods now.
And our properties are pretty large for properties, but not big enough to keep the rats out when everyone's got fresh stink garbage in their backyard.
I still have trauma from that.
Primo, I have nothing to teach either. As one foreign man once said, "You think I know nothing, but I know it all." I feel like I know a lot, but I just don't have that patience that you need to teach. Sometimes I do, but you can't count on me.
Mike, yet another day of putting my taxes off. The 15th. Oh.
The 15th of April is coming.
I know.
That's right.
I literally today was like, oh my God.
Mike G, you got another 40 days. Don't worry. You got another 40 days.
I need to start working on that because I cannot stand the pressure of
We start on the
waiting.
14th, just like clockwork. Right?
I think I cry every time because I get so
and then I get up and I go, "Get out of here!" And I just go, blah, 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 blah. And then they go,
because I overthink it all.
and then they're like, "You made a slight calculation mistake on this one," and I'm like, "Oops."
We use the TurboTax, so it walks you through, but there's always something that is really weird that gets confusing.
And they want you to buy the next thing,
and you
up.
can't like arrow back. It's
Yeah.
very annoying.
Backpack. Quickie Bigger Chad is here.
Hi.
Why do I keep not finding that?
Thanks for being here. You're still here. Nice to see you. She totally smoked your
That
pot.
was that at the border.
Like-
The border agent took my pot. Biff Papa says Tupperware party is a nice singer, to be honest. Yes, it is. And it was Biff. Okay, here, I'll do it again. You will just have to go have yourself another Tupperware party. That's how she said it to me. I remember it to this day because I was a little scared. And she was like, "We're taking your weed. We're giving it to Lag's mom. And we're going to take your Tupperware, too, and sell it on eBay, probably."
John was here. John was here, and Beard was here, too. Yeah. For a little bit. Yes, Beard used to play that for John.
I don't think it was for John.
No.
It was
Yeah,
used
John
as
didn't like
as
it.
a weapon.
Yeah.
Major Win, you're two kinds. We are two kinds. Too kind. Thanks for the lovely words. Thank you. I'm
You
not going to
are.
embarrass people and set people apart. I'm just going to say honest to goodness. So, what am I familiar with? Cat groups. Cat groups are very supportive. They like people, it's fine. I'm trying to think Tiki. Tiki people are cool. They're also supportive. But they're kind of fair weather, I'm going to say. So as long as things are going good.
Probably because there's a lot of
Yeah, probably because
drinking
there's a lot of
involved.
cocktails involved.
Yeah.
So they're kind of fair weather. They want everything to be happy and everything perfect. And then we're going to have a great time together. Don't worry about it. But when it comes to like real life stuff, I mean, and I'm talking across the sort of reseller spectrum. I'm talking people I see, even people who don't come into our chats, but I see in other people's chats. Real people doing some real work in this real world. I think resellers are some salty people. Does that sound right? Salt of the earth people. I was trying to say it in like a cool, can you dig it way. Salties.
Well, we're all just trying to get by, and we're
it's legit.
We can relate, and we're in the same boat.
But we're like the
together.
Mr. Haney generation. This is like this is the purest capitalism on the planet that we're doing here, and we're all digging on our own. We're all drinking our own Kool-Aid over here. Am I right? Did I just bring that back around?
Oh my
Did I do the swirl on that? Jeez, I'm 2 hours in and I swirled us right back to the beginning. And remember, step number 5. Get to the point.
So let's try to get through the comments. We have a couple
luck.
minutes.
Okay, that's hilarious. Here's a backpack song. Ha ha. I'm an EverQuest. Ayo's EverQuest veteran.
Oh, I played for many years. Oh, but then I graduated to Warcraft.
So that's how you do it. Now, can you still do the key thing? Because apparently these keys were like some big deal. Like he was selling keys for hundreds of dollars at some point. He was Bitcoin mining for, I think it might have actually been blockchain before there was real money blockchain. They were blockchain looking for keys in EverQuest. Is that right? Did I just make that up? Did I just discover something? Is that the mystery solved?
Hey, Biff is still dubious about your chef's credentials. So,
He cooked food. The food was.
He was an excellent chef.
Food was good.
Major Win was saying
Dude knew how to make a what did he make every Tuesday? He made his
oh man, I
big
want some of those coconut
the
breaded
big pot of fresh it's not bouillabaisse.
chicken.
I always want to call it bouillabaisse.
My eyes are itchy.
He made the demi-glace. The dude made demi-glace I'm just telling you, this guy was a pro. Now, he wasn't a pro person. He was still a youngster, really. But his knowledge, it was impeccable. It was amazing. It was impeccable. He made risottos and
Wait,
things.
how old did you say he was?
I want to say he was 26.
No, he's my age.
How old were you when we had the restaurant? And he's not as old as you. He's younger.
I think no, he is not.
He's younger than you. Oh, some. Yeah.
I remember him from when I was a teenager.
Right, but anyway, so how old were you in the restaurant? Because I was 30.
No, I just turned 30.
I turned 97.5. 11.
Oh, maybe I wasn't 30. No, I feel like I was.
Shut your trap.
I feel like I had just
Why are you
turned
embarrassing me
30.
for the company again? Wait, hold on, let's see. So if you do the math for real...
Wait, when did the restaurant close?
2005. How do you do math? You got 2025 there. Now what are you going to do with that number? Do you even know what you're doing?
No, my brain is totally jello right now.
So wait.
Well, it was 20 years ago.
I was in 2005.
Yeah, I was
I would have
30.
been 35.
I was
You'd been
30.
about 30. Yeah. So he was about 30.
Yes, he was.
But I think he was probably a year younger than you, 29. He was in his 20s.
I
He
don't
had a
know.
2 in front of it.
I don't know.
You gotta put a 2 in front of it. Anyway, he was out of his freaking mind. Is that fair to say? Is that a?
Whatever. He was young. He was. Having
So now he's
fun.
young. Is he young or isn't he?
Well, 30.
Let's get to the bottom of it.
At 30, there's really no excuses for that kind of behavior.
He had a dog. We had to pay for his dog because he got hit by a car.
Ay, na goo goo. Can you just get through?
No. Major Win says, not gonna lie, never heard of EverQuest until this very moment, and I worked in marketing for video games
That's
for a
so
while.
great.
Yeah, it's like the early
I
one.
see why it didn't work out. You're so funny.
Yeah, Primo, adjusting for inflation, you open another restaurant, me and Lag will do the cooking. It will certainly be unique cuisine, like Swedish chef. Horky dorky doo. I mean, I love food. I would do another restaurant if I was sure that the people were mature. But they stole my sunglasses. It was so nuts. And I was in there washing dishes because I don't have restaurant talent. I do the cocktails, but I was trying to help out. It was a great experience. Thank you.
So, Doug was saying that, Paul, that's the show we need, but we don't deserve.
That's right.
So, B News was saying, so the Mountain bought Ryan Reynolds, creative firm. He's the actor that owns Mint Mobile, and he's, what's the Daredevil? No, not Daredevil. What's this? Anyhow, he's now the chief creative officer of Mountain.
Unilever is the perfect name for a megacorp. Unilever. It's just like, I got this one big lever and I make everything go. It is. And I'd be glad because they also own Haagen-Dazs. It's like, why does one company own the good things? Like Disney. Break up the monopoly, am I right?
Ooh.
Free the Muppets.
B News is saying that he also spoke to the leader, or they are going to be the leader in the interactive TV. I've spoken to people at the company.
Mountain. Oh, wait. So, yes, this was from our chat? That Mountain is going to be selling stuff to TV manufacturers. Mountain somehow is selling content to manufacturers, and manufacturers are going to be the one that are going to have all the content rather than Roku or Hoku or Net Nerd or whatever. It's going to end up being Samsung, and you're going to get your content from Samsung as opposed to all these other places. Maybe. I don't know. I made that up too. I heard a rumor. Ooh. Maybe it's an old short. They're really sleepy and it was late. It is weird how they pop up now. If you haven't put one out for a while, they'll regurgitate them. B Nudes is saying things. Lag said I did. We already saw that Mike G does not tell his secrets. Wait, hold the phone. You mean something eBay did was stupid? In shock. And I don't think I'm pretty sure they're never doing anything stupid. I think everything is a bug, not a feature, not a bug, or whatever that saying is.
Intention.
Don't even get me started on this combined issue with eBay.
Nice.
I spend my days issuing refunds. I know.
You made Lag's head hurt. Hey, Blue V2. I'm pretty sure eBay hired Michael Scott to handle their shipping policies. Seriously.
If a buyer makes an offer, you can combine. But if they accept your offer, you can't combine. And if they purchase directly, I can't combine either. I'm sorry. I can combine, but I can't combine shipping. So I can combine the shipment at the end, but I can't combine the shipping so they don't have to pay as much. And again, it doesn't have to be this way, but it's so they can get that extra 40 cents per sale. And don't try to convince me otherwise, eBay. We're after 2 hours now. Bo Jackson for $5. Pass. Pokemon Red, decent shape, 50. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Dang it, lost out in nano sex to vulture resellers. Wait, what's happening? Are you buying stuff right now? You're not concentrating on my teacher rating? Biff Boffos has dabbled in the milk crates. I have some rare ones.
Crates.
Oh, soda crates.
Yeah, I thought.
Oh,
you
like
were
we have? You mean like a Pepsi
like the
one?
Pepsi, like
the wood
that's
ones.
Different, right?
Yeah, those
than
are
the
totally
milk
different.
crates.
Yeah, milk crates are. I never thought they had because I just don't like the. Yeah, I just don't like milk crate decorating. That's mostly why I don't like them.
So Mike was saying I offer free shipping, so
We use Instacrate crates. Are they from Instacart? That'd be cool. I offer free shipping, so coupons appear to be more of a savings to the buyer. I offer free shipping. So you have to offer free shipping, and then you can combine everything. You think? Huh? Do you think does that work? If you don't have any money in shipping, then of course you don't have to combine shipping because shipping is free. So that is the workaround, maybe.
I don't think that's.
It's after 5 hours.
He's just talking about his.
Do I look
coupon
like?
deals.
Do I look cross-eyed right now? Because I feel like after we go 2 hours, I'm not. I don't work right anymore.
And I start snorting like a pig.
Yeah, and no one has yawned. That's what's weird about this.
I've yawned
Oh, have you?
a gazillion times.
Thank you. We're not leaving until we get through all these. This is ridiculous.
Well, we weren't around for a week, so.
Okay. Mountain. I've definitely considered.
You jumped ahead, so we're rereading some that we already. No,
I'm
earlier you jumped ahead. Now
yes.
we're getting.
I've
into
definitely considered the single 40-cent fee as being part of the motivation of the inconveniencing both buyer and seller. Typically short-sighted and sheetification. Exactly. Totally in agreement with you there, even though you don't like Chef. Because Chef was bad, granted, but Chef was yummy.
Oh, okay. So Paul heard from
Okay,
Carl
that's
a couple weeks ago. He still posts on his
Sad book.
but I think he's concentrating on audiobooks now rather than eBay. It stopped working for him, like myself.
Oh. Well, as soon as we get off of here, I'm going to go check in on Carl.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna
$1 million.
Thanks for the update, Paul.
I'm only going to choose one phrase out of each of your sentences because we have to go. Please pass
do like
along.
Mad Libs.
Yeah, please pass along. I wouldn't have cared if they've been a little overreacting. They have been in over streaming platforms and words. Refund unless a negative. Like, come on, Ryan's being protective of.
Well,
to be honest, it's if you have the time to do it. I mean, as long as you're willing to correct your negative.
I look at it as that seller is giving a bad name to other resellers and
for sure,
and make people not want to buy on eBay, and so I totally get that. I personally probably would have revised after the refund, but still, I think like Matt said, like saying, what if I had an allergy, which is so true. And I bet this is a total learning moment for that seller, hopefully.
Well, I got to say that our only negative that we've ever gotten in our entire life was a $7 joystick, a cheap joystick for Atari 2600, but that doesn't matter. And the cord that comes off of it, a perfect joystick. A terrible thing happened, and I sliced it when I was packaging it. The cord didn't slice it this way across the cords. It sliced it this way, so it just opened up the cord a little bit, and I put a piece of electrical tape in. And the plan was right before Christmas. The plan was to, as I have done in a million times before, contact the person and said, "So sorry, I can refund your money." Because at first I'm not going to refund the money. I'm going to say, "Oops, I did this," and see what they say. I didn't send them the note. I just didn't send them the note. So about 2 weeks later, I get a negative. Just out of the blue negative. Never had one before. Well, not one that could stick.
You've told this story.
I've told it a million times because they're only negative. So there's only a story to tell.
But the guy, when he took the picture of the cord, it had our address label in it so people could see our address label. So
I was able to get rid of the actual comment and the picture.
But the little red dot is
there.
Still there, and it says that we have one negative.
Bottom
but now
line
there's
is
nothing there. There's no words.
Bottom line is I failed. So no, I don't think he was right. I mean, I don't want him to be right.
I mean, we deserved it.
I want him to be
guess,
nicer. I want him to be nicer to me, but I deserved it. If it's a black and white question, I deserved it. If there's some gray matter in there, if there's some gray room in there, what? If there's some levels of gray in there, then we could work around it. But I don't have any control over who buys my product. And there are some, by the way, in case you didn't know, put that on our list. There are some black and white people out there that are just black. I'm not saying Den Decor is doing that. But I think that there's also this seller is selling a pizza, sent a pizza box.
Well, yeah, I think for sure, absolutely.
So they're wrong. And if they get called out on it, they get called out on it.
Yeah, it's pretty rude and disgusting.
And I think if
I think I personally would have revised afterward, but that's just me because I'm a sucker for stuff like that.
Yeah, you are.
I am.
You're a big purple sucker. Ro focuses on taxes more than I do, and she also shares tears. We have an awesome tax guy though, and he walks us through everything. We love him. That's great. Yeah, we're gonna have to get. I haven't had a tax guy in a really long time because when I had a tax guy, he cost $400 to do nothing, and then we got complicated and we needed him, and then now I feel like we're so not complicated that we don't need him, but I feel like we should see one. Think like it's been long enough time, and we haven't seen one since you stopped working, which is a good reason to see one, probably.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, there's some things we need to figure out. Like I know Will and Cinnamon mentioned how she gets compensated because they're partners or whatever. But we need to talk to see about how that part works.
I put my stinky out in the sun and let the rays burn off some of the funk. Major Win says I do a great, terrible French accent. It's so it's a Quebecois accent. That is how they sound when they're speaking English because they have like a fur trapper kind of an accent when they're speaking English. So they literally do. Oh, welcome to France, come to me. But they're not saying France. They say Canada. I said France. But they sound just like, the cartoons, that cartoon guy.
Ryan has sold 23,000 items and 100% positive. Just saying. Your items.
How many pizza boxes did you send your crap in, Ryan? How many pizza boxes?
Your niche is picky people, but your stuff was always brand new, right? I mean, when you're selling like vintage stuff, having positives or maintaining positives can be more difficult when stuff goes wrong and not working properly. But that's pretty amazing. 23,000. Yowzers.
I don't know what's happening. Gotta go. Bye, Basket-Doodle. Have a great day.
Thanks for hanging out, B-Nudes. Oh, hey, John. I thought you were all friends.
I can't decipher it. I don't have time because it's 3:14. So I would decipher this.
Oh, no. Was there some...
I don't think there's nothing.
Oh.
But there's something in here. We should figure it out. But we're not going to. That's how we roll in the South. Coconut chicken, say less.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going.
Like, you're so funny.
I want coconut chicken now.
Hook a girl up.
Hook a basement up. Used to calculate 2005 or
I
20
know.
years ago. No, she didn't. She
Weird.
entered in 2000. She entered in 2025 2005 into the calculator. She was like, I'm going to enter 2005. I'm going to start there. That's a good starting place because that's the year that we just said. So I'm going to put that into a calculator. The calculator is going to interpret AI what I want to do with that number.
Yeah,
So it's
I
enter.
don't know. Usually I'm really good with math.
You are,
but for some
generally.
reason, my brain is just
We
mush.
This is, yeah. His high level of functioning dysfunction is what causes my doubts. Who are we talking about? Probably the person.
A chef.
Oh, chef.
Like,
Yes.
I'm not
Well,
mature either.
The
I could
chef
talk
was very
poop and
chefy.
farts all day long.
Yeah, I'm not mature either. I can be mature, but I'm not. This is not my natural state. I have to make an appointment to be mature. We have several Unilevers here. My brother used to work in the freezer and bring home ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying you have like factories. Wonder what kind they made there because they've
good
cornered the
boy.
market on lots of different ice cream brands. I think they own Breyers. Maybe Breyers. Is that what you had, Breyers? Or was that out in Washington State? Because they own Breyers, Haagen-Dazs, Ben & Jerry's, maybe another one. Lag is pro Disney Monopoly. So is Beard because he bought all the games and then sold them on his video. Biff works 1 day a week in the restaurant. The stores and things that
Stories.
go, the stories and things that go on are just wild. Restaurants are where all the activities happen. Anything. I'm trying to think of good things happen in the restaurants too, but usually it's just crazy stuff.
Wait, what the heck is OF? They were talking about taxes, and a bartender mentioned casually. What did I say? Bartender?
Yeah.
Bartender mentioned casually that she forgot she did OF for a while last year. What's OF?
Over fork. You should know that. All these words. We don't ask much of you. Just write a book and let us read it. Haha, Biff. Come on, put all your biffdoms in a book. Primo, that cross-eyed look is nearly there. You just need to suck a straw through the tooth. I made it. Nice, thank you. Aya says, at some point, Warcraft tried to crack down on people selling high-level accounts. What the invention of those authentication keys. So eventually you had to have keys that were attached to the account. So this was in that early point where you could just find keys and sell them for $1 million on eBay. And it was a racket.
Yes, and then Mike was saying the buyer comes back to their store.
Send me his address so I can get that negative removed. Let's all send him a gift in the mail.
Yeah, Mike was saying only negatives I give are disrespectful or dishonest sellers, and they are so deserving.
Absolutely. Although I'm still hesitant when I'm trying to judge what the item is, and possibly, no, I shouldn't do this, but I do go. Sometimes people are just trying to make an extra buck to make their lives like just a little better. And sometimes I get the feeling, depending on an item that I've purchased, that that's what's happening. That they don't have money to buy another box. They shouldn't be. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm overthinking it.
Yeah, don't use a pizza box.
Not with pizza on it. If you had a fresh new pizza box, there's nothing wrong with that. Say you lifted a few from your job at Domino's and you used them to ship your comic books. That's okay.
Yeah,
as long as there's no mozzarella.
We
on
only
there.
use recycled boxes, but
we only use recycled boxes for large items. All media goes in brand new bubble things.
Yes.
Mailers, and labels and
the
eBay
money
tape.
we have saved from not having to go buy boxes, because we have two sources.
8x6x4. Buy 8x6x4 boxes. We do buy those.
Yeah.
And we do have one other tinier box, like little tiny box, but then everything else is reused.
Yeah, we're really fortunate to be able to have people give us boxes.
Lots of them are computer boxes, so they're that thin, stiff, hard. That's what she said. Boxes.
That is pure papili pew. Your accent.
Oh, chérie. I did not say that to the lady cop, because she was a cop.
Oh, Sherry.
Oh, chérie.
Isn't it mon?
Mon chérie. What did I say?
Oh.
Chérie. I don't think that's proper words.
Did I just sound sort of like the Matrix?
Yeah. You when they glitched.
Go.
Yeah, you glitched.
Yeah.
Ryan, as long as the card doesn't get bent and you show respect to high value, you are golden. That means that you don't send a high value card in an envelope. You do some other way.
We got a really nice feedback from someone that ordered a book from us, and they said how they wish that some of the actual sellers of collectible books
they were like why doesn't Barnes and Noble
packaged as well as he did.
Sometime I'll show you how my amazing book prowess. Did I already show it?
You probably have. It's nothing like extraordinary.
I'm just
it's
caring
very
for the product.
practical.
Yeah,
And it does showcase. Yeah, you did, because remember you're like, and then you do a tab, and you tape the tab, and you tab.
Tab.
So you don't tab.
And then also, you make a tab on your tape, so they have a tab to pull, and then they go.
Yeah, so
Thank
they
you.
aren't going, where's the edge? I can't get the edge.
And then the way I do books is you wrap a piece of cardboard around the book before you put it in the bubble mailer that extends beyond the edges of the book. And then I put tape around it so it pinches those edges. So it leaves about an inch of cardboard on each end of the book. Right. And it leaves, so the corners cannot get dinged. So it's like an anti-corner ding methodology that apparently works really well. And I have another way that I do 45s, which is the only way to send 45s. And I don't use record mailers ever for anything.
And I just want to, and Matt was saying, maybe I'm too sensitive. No, you're not. But I bust my ass to do everything right and get negatives that are not removable. This is something that should be common sense. Don't ship in a greasy ass pizza box.
See, this is so I can't make that choice for you because this is on the edge. Why would anybody ship in a pizza box with food in it?
It is very
Any
wrong.
food.
It is very
it's
wrong.
It's so wrong. Why would I ship something with a cut in it? You know, I feel like that's not as bad, but it is. It's disrespectful to the other person.
I thank you for, telling this seller that they did it wrong.
Thanks for taking the heat, because I'm too much of a wuss to do it. Thanks for taking the heat. And teaching a lesson that almost sounds like that's going to be a lesson that might be actually learned.
I hope. Hopefully.
And you do have time to, you can always change that if, you wanted to at some point. So I doubt it's too late.
Each to their own. Oh,
but at the same time, learn that lesson.
The burrow.
I promise you hush.
What is that?
I promise you that I learned my lesson, and I will, even though it was a mistake on my part. I didn't really need to learn a lesson. I just needed not to make that mistake again. But he decided to learn the lesson, and you can't be in charge of that. So
your mom would say, Pepe Le Pew, a bientôt. Aloha.
Aloha. Oh, look, that's my mom is back. What is this? This is recent, right?
I don't know, but
like
we're
in the
at
past
3:23.
Holy cow, we're so late.
Wrap this up because we still have.
Ryan saying it's nuts. I get a lot of them for slow shipping in the ESE envelopes with the customer not understanding how it works, and that's the eBay standard envelope price. Yeah. There's only 65 cents or something. That's a good way to ship cards, but I probably wouldn't ship a $100 card that way, right? Being particular is a key to feedback in collectibles for sure. 100% feedback as well. Ryan says, I've gotten items in Ziploc bags with labels and cornflake boxes. How much of that is the fact that if you're dealing in cards that maybe people are young? Is that because I don't think cards is just a young person's thing, but immature in the way things work? I don't know. Did they get everything in boxes, in cornflake boxes? Who's telling them that that's okay? And if somebody's shipping in a cornflake box, like, don't you picture them sitting in their house going, how am I going to sell this thing? Oh, in the kitchen, there's some cornflakes. And then they take the bag out and they leave the bag on the shelf and they take the box.
People are selling the Shamrock Shake syrup, McDonald's Shamrock Shake syrup on eBay. And there was this one picture, and it's like on the bottle's on someone's table.
Like dirty carpet.
And there's like clothing draped over the kitchen chair. And then there's somebody took a picture, is taking the picture.
The burrow. Thank you.
Somebody is bending down behind the syrup. Like they couldn't just get out of the way.
They did the squat. They did a behind the syrup squat.
I would never, ever buy
Should that be on our list
someone
for drinking your own Kool-Aid? Don't mind the squat. Take your pictures squatting beside all of your items.
Why would I ever want anything that I am going to be eating, putting in my body from, or I don't
Near
know.
your squat.
I was just like, that is just so nasty.
I mean, squat's a perfect word because it describes squatting. I love it.
But look at those tootsies.
We're so, how old are we that we don't even know OF is OnlyFans? Everybody else in the chat knows that, but us.
Look at
Now
those
when we go
nails.
reapply it to that comment. No, I can't find
The bartender that forgot that she did an OnlyFans, she's talking about taxes.
Oh. You know how at,
Well,
at our local store that we have
Does she not make enough to get a or 1099?
we have a lady at our local store who's she's a mean, she's a little mean person. Like, she seems mean. She's not friendly. And all of a sudden she pops up in our local Facebook and she's doing one of these like open chest, like, I don't know, on display picture thing. Like, maybe her head's going backwards and her hair is falling. Like, I don't think she meant us to see
Well, her
that.
profile picture was all like filter, and
It was a little more than just a Facebook picture. Like, maybe we weren't supposed to see it.
I don't know.
People are bold.
Just keep going.
Be bold. I was a beta tester for 3 things. Nice, Ryan. I put books in a large Ziploc bag and bubble wrap them. Show us your book shipping. I'm going to, but not now. I'm not saying it's wrong they did that, by the way. No, I'm not saying it isn't wrong that they did that. Don't ship in pizza boxes ever for under any circumstance, unless they're brand new. I sent my manuals protected in plastic bagging and cardboard insert placed in the bubble mailer and another bubble mailer.
We don't do 2 bubble mailers, but we do the plastic baggies. We do cardboard.
The book gets a bag, or like a comic book bag or something, and then that gets taped, and then we cardboard around that, and squeeze it down, bubble mailer. Haven't lost one yet.
That's interesting. Mike was saying the only issues I get is when a buyer states they thought they were buying a game and not a manual. Yeah, we've never had that happen.
No.
But we are firm believers in whatever you are going to be shipping to the customer, everything needs to be in your first photo.
Yes. And we actually duplicate that photo within
And don't put anything extra.
the auction too.
People might, if they're selling a vase, they'll put flowers in the vase or something, and it's like, don't.
Where are my flowers?
Yeah.
You said there was flowers.
Well, you just, I don't know. In fact, yes, someone we know bought some outdoor seat cushions or something, remember? And it was a whole set in the photo.
I don't remember anything because we're a half hour late and
I know.
my brain doesn't work. But wait, what about them? Outdoor cushions?
And thought, wow, these are a really great price. But then they got them,
Were
and
they tiny or something?
it was only one chair.
Oh, right.
But
it was my mom.
Ow, stop!
Yeah, she
But
saw
that's because the
a
main
really
photo
cute,
had the
a cute
whole
little
set.
cafe set, like 2 chairs and a table, and it showed it all together, and it was Wayfair, I think. Mayfair? What's it
I
called?
can't remember
Mayfair?
where she got
Wayfair.
it.
And it when it came to her, it was just a single chair, but the picture of all of them, and they weren't like grayed out. It made it look like you're getting all 3 things. It's so rude.
But anyhow, we are very firm believers in only
showing.
photographing
And in fact,
what you're shipping to the customer.
if we put it in, like, so we often don't ship a power cord, like a standard computer power cord. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But if we're not shipping it with it, it won't be in the main picture. She'll actually erase the power cord.
Because so many of the electronics we have, it's a removable power source, and like 3-prong things. So
People can find, you can find those.
yeah. So anyhow, I always erase the power cord from the main photo. From any photo where the item is shown turned on, I erase the power cord.
That's a true story. A kick in the teeth, maybe the best thing for you. I mean, I agree with that. I agree that it may be the best thing for you. Sometimes getting kicked in the teeth is just a lot of dentistry, but sometimes getting knocked off your horse type thing.
Ryan was saying people get mad if you send extra free cards and orders. It's crazy but true. And you know
Really?
what? It's so funny because I remember way back, I remember buying from eBay. There was a Hawaiian dress, and I was like, oh my God, this is so awesome. I'm going to get it. And I got it. And they sent me a whole box of vintage dresses. And was, grateful and just so shocked and surprised, and I loved it. But I often think about that. Like, I was selling buttons and patterns, and I thought, oh, I wonder if I could throw extras in just to get rid of these. And then I thought, no, it's going to come back and bite me in the butt somehow. Someone's going to end up going, I ordered this pattern and you sent me this one, even though they got more.
Oh,
than
Den
that.
Decor Depot, that totally changes things. As long as you tape over it, it's okay. If I have, like, let's say, this is a true story though.
You're joking, right?
Outside, I am joking on this, but this is equally as gross, and we do it all the time. If I do clear tape on the outside of a package because that's what it deserves, but should I find one of our hairs in the box or a pokey hair that's obvious or gross, and I'm not going to undo the whole box, I put eBay tape over it. I have had to, her hair is a little thicker than mine. I've had to put 3 layers of tape over the top so you couldn't see the squiggle of the hair. But there are times when that happens. I don't think anyone's ever figured it out.
I shed so much, and he does too. And
we have to be really careful about that because it does happen.
that little mother goose, he had it all
That
wrapped
little
up.
mother goose.
And I was like, no, there's a hair.
We had to take it apart.
Yeah.
Vacuum it.
And not to mention, every time I go to the post office, the bubble mailers always have Pokey's hair all over the outside because it's all
they do.
static. And I'm like,
They get statified.
because he gets his hair all over me and then I'm carrying them. Oh, thanks, Doug and Roe.
Yeah, true that. And you know what else? We're all having pizza tonight. Is that right?
We have been on a major
So much pizza
pizza
talk.
vendor.
It's the, you know what? When there is a
I want
pall in
the-
your life, when there's a pass away or something, the pizza seems to be we get these pizzas that are this big and they last for 2 days for us. So we had it last week. We had it twice. So we had 4 days of pizza last week, and I'm not done with it. I'm not done with it.
Yeah, and Doug and Rose sent us a picture of pizza that they had after one.
Doug and Rose sent us a pizza in the mail.
Oh my god, their
Please.
pizza looked so delicious.
No, it was.
It
looks like it had shallots in it, and I'm like,
and my mouth was watering.
those
just
guys
thinking
are
about
having
it.
shallots on a pizza. Wonder how much that pizza was.
Yeah, Mike G is
Big
like,
spender.
I'm mad. I got something free. It is weird. People are so disgusting though nowadays. Just they'll find any way to take advantage of you. So you give them something free. Well, yep, they're gonna end up saying, "I didn't get what I ordered." What?
And that's just another reason why we choose we don't understand the world, the card world, so we don't go to it.
What?
Because it seems super weird, different. We also don't go to with the exception of like liquid blue T-shirts or something very collectible, like Patagonia or something. We don't even go to the clothes because we don't understand the client.
Wait, Doug. So he's saying we ship cards, periodically. Most are grateful. One person.
I mean, that's just like, huh?
Wait, did they literally tell you? They were like, just so you know,
Disgusted
I
with
threw
you.
them in the garbage.
You look at this, Doug and Roe. Rip, throw. You didn't see that? One more time, throw.
I'm so sorry, but that
You
is
took a picture
just,
of it?
who is that insane to be like, I threw them away?
Those things would be right back on eBay. Be like out of the package, into the eBay system. Anything we get for free or that we don't want, we try to sell it first at least. Should we go?
Wait.
We're at the bottom.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I wanna.
Oh, there's more. Mike G's coming in at the tail end. Oh, how did all these appear? Oh my goodness. Okay, Paul said some stuff. Den Decor says, aloha, have a great day. Sorry to hear about your store, but I hope it does open the
Give
door.
our best to your wife, and we're very sorry because we know you guys put your heart and soul in that.
We know how that
so-
feels, but the future is bright. You might have to wear shades. Somebody said once.
B Nudes, we're still on. Can you believe it? But we gotta
Back for the post office.
we gotta get going.
Guess I have to work hard. Boo. I know. There's one thing I didn't want to do. I thought I had it all figured out.
Darn, I wish I so want to know if that seller was like, we threw him away.
I know. We should interview that person. Bring him on the show. Should we gotta start interviewing people on the show. Like, I'll do it. I mean, what the heck? Thank you very much. Yeah, we went long. We really took a couple weeks off, so.
I got pizza. Oh, we grilled last night in the 40-degree weather. Tenderloin. Ooh.
You cooked all that? Oh, I want all that. Now I want cookout food. A little bit of potato salad.
Thanks, Ryan. Mike G was saying, only eBay YouTuber I know who doesn't get
I don't know how that
Primo.
is.
Congrats.
Again, I think it's because we're so dopey that the people that would give us crap can't even stand to watch us long enough.
I think we're self-deprecating. We're
you know how annoying we are to
don't take
people?
ourselves too seriously.
We don't, and there's nothing to grab onto. The haters.
I'm
They're
starving too. 6x6.
They're like, I don't know about your beard, buddy.
Doug and Ro are getting pizza tonight now.
We're all getting pizza. If we can make one promise to everybody here in this chat at the end of the chat, at the holiest time in the chat,
So
we must agree.
I wonder if
Combination pizza from your favorite pizza joint.
if YouTube starts rolling out that community thing where it's like a post, like the Discord or your community members can post.
That would be nice.
I wonder if it allows photos, because that would be fun if everyone like posted their pizza pictures.
I don't understand Discord completely, and it seems like it has a lot of superfluous stuff happening in it.
For me, I signed up for it, but honestly, I don't go to it. It's just another platform that
I'm spending a lot of time
that's why if
solving problems.
YouTube can consolidate that, like a Discord and videos, that would be pretty awesome.
Orion does the proper the hunter-gatherer methodology.
Okay.
Cook all that food up on Sunday and meter it out to the family over the week. We're not smart enough to do that.
Ooh, the steak
And in fact,
pie,
what
that
we
sounds
did,
good.
so when this one used to work at a place and I had to go pick her up, she was toasted by the end of the day. And she just started right in with, oh my gosh, this one and that one, and everything sucks. And she never had, at that time, she still doesn't, but she never had at that time the ability to think ahead for meals and stuff. So we'd end up having to go to the store every day, and I hated it. I would furiously, I'm not going to the store every day.
You look like a Who from Who.
I was totally an angry Who. And so I just wouldn't go. And then we just sometimes, we would try to buy groceries for an extended period of time. But the second that she stopped working every day, we go to the store twice a day now sometimes.
I know.
It's like we want something, we just go there
The
and get it.
employees are like,
They know
wow, we
us.
see her all the time, and sometimes even more than once a day.
We go in the morning, we
go
go
in the
buy
morning,
coffee and whatever.
And then we're like,
donuts.
what are we going to eat later? We'll go to the
I don't know.
store.
We'll just come back to the store later when we figure out what we're hungry for.
Aye.
And instead of keeping all the food at home where it's boring because it's at home, it's like our death pile of food. We don't want any of that. And we're not going over to TJ Maxx. What do you call it? Trader Joe's. TJ Maxx for food is Trader Joe's. And etc. I'm starving too. We got to go. What are we doing here? Why is everybody still talking? Don't talk anymore.
No, they're talking with each other.
Okay. I wonder. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Everybody's getting a pizza. 6x6 is starving. Miss Mary. It's pizza night.
I hope you feel better, Miss Merritt.
You can have pizza if you don't feel good. It should make you feel better. As soon as we finish the steak pie we're going through. Oh my gosh.
Did you make it, or is it pre-made?
I want a steak pie.
Mike has a set of skills.
I wish I wasn't a fat guy and then I wouldn't want to eat everything.
Skills. Yeah.
It just is it is overwhelming to me. I'm sure I could sit there and figure it out, but I haven't yet. Major win. It's so late it's 8, probably 8:40, I'm guessing. Oh, 8. Yeah, look at that. I'm guessing someone named the Count. He stays up late. I'm just guessing. Paul might be a night owl.
Well, remember, I was totally thinking it was Wednesday, and I was like, oh, no, so John and Jenna aren't on, but it's Monday.
They're
it's
on
Monday.
tonight.
John and Jenna are on tonight, so make sure to tune into them.
Okay.
Flip it easy.
Yes, let's do that. Let's do on. So next show, I'm going to be super serious about my eBay strategies and mix in a little bit of my political thoughts. And I promise you, no one will ever come back here.
I think we mentioned when we did that sort of impromptu Monday show last week that somebody reached out to him through eBay in a message. And
Yeah, like
it was
like
very
a,
nice.
It was all nice stuff, but
'Cause-
it was like 10 eBay messages, like
Because
kind
they
of broken up
saw,
ones.
they watched his video. Again, we mentioned this briefly. They watched his video when he was testing out the batch listing, AI listing
We made it to the end.
with photos. And the guy was like, "You're very entertaining, and I really like you."
He was telling me that on eBay.
Yeah. He
So-
was
and
just
nothing-
emailing through eBay.
Nothing but appreciation from me.
Because in the video, you can see our eBay account name, so that's how he knew to reach out. I thought that was really sweet, actually.
Never, I mean,
Aye.
still never a hater except for the one, like the initial hater, very first video. Neck, beard, no tooth, I'm out of here. I mean, that's the only
Which
hater
is
we've
the
ever had.
Best tagline.
And it was
ever.
hilarious, actually. He shouldn't have.
Yeah, but anyhow.
And
you
like, that was
guys-
me.
Oh, we thought so. Thank you for finally admitting it.
No spam. I'm a dude. It's Mark and Spencer's. It's not. Wait, what did you ask? What did you say?
The steak pie. I've never heard of Mark's and
Mark and
Spencer's.
Spencer's
That's a
is
brand.
good. Yeah. Marks and Spencer. I remember. Is that a grocery store or is
I
that?
want something wholesome.
Yeah. I can't. It's been so long since I've been there.
Only the most skillful can rein in the bubbles within 2 hours. John.
We fail.
Wait, John, I'm patting
John-
you on the back.
John, good job, bud. 2.5 hours, and we're not even 2 hours and 45 minutes, and we.
All right, we gotta hit the road.
But still, go watch John tame those bubbles tonight. And thank you all for being here. Thank you for the support over the past few weeks. We're back at the eBay game.
You all helped us through
You really
a
did.
difficult time. We're still working our way through it, but we're over the most important part, which is getting Dad in his resting
In his final
place.
resting place. And I've already got crazy thing, you guys. Listen to this. So on and this is props for the post office, how things work that we never knew, maybe. So the funeral home that my father went to, he gets a flag. Any vet gets a flag. As long you do have to sign an affidavit that there's probably no way that we're going to find out in the future that your dad murdered people or was some sort of a could be convicted of a capital crime.
No.
And we were able to sign that. And so anyway, that you qualify for certain burial rights in a military cemetery and also a flag. And
And usually the funeral home, you get the flag from the post office, so they go and pick it up. And
don't tell him my story. You're ruining my story.
Well,
You just ruined
You're
it.
not getting to the point.
Because I need to set the
Oh,
stage.
sorry.
It's very beautiful.
Go on. I'm
There's
sorry.
roses, potpourri, things like that. So anyway, lady is going to my brother has to pick up our father and take him personally to the military cemetery, at which time he will be interned. But since we're all not there, there's no like service per se for a family service. So the flag is unnecessary in that situation. So, but I'm keeping the flag, and there's another memento that my brother's keeping, and the flag, they can mail it, or like, how are they going to do this? The lady sends me a document from the U.S. Postal Service that I take over to our local people that we know, like 2 blocks away from here, and they give me a flag from the U.S. government for my dad.
Yeah, we were like, we have this form. Not sure how this works. And she goes, yep. let me go get a flag for you.
She just goes and gets it and then
and
hands
it's in
us
a
the
box and it says internment flag. And
It's
she's
square.
Like, here you go. And she stamps the form. And
So it's square. So I think I'm going to take it to, we have an army base here or maybe a VFW and see if I can get the real people and the military people to fold it. Although I can do it because I was in Boy Scouts and I know how to do it. It would be nice just to have the military do it, just to add that little extra to it, and I can put it in a
you're
triangle.
getting hearts and stuff. We need to
Thank
let
you.
these people free to go back to work.
You guys can go. You guys go do your jobs.
Thank
need to
you
do your
again
jobs.
so
Thank you.
much for being here and spending all this time with us today. And thank you so very
Keeping
much.
us in your hearts the last few
Yeah,
weeks. Because you have showed us. You've shown us.
It truly, I think we cried over every single contact that people made.
They're just.
You guys are so
Very
thoughtful and wonderful, and just we consider you our friends. And thank you for being there for us.
And
We
I got
truly
all your
appreciate it.
telepathic ones too.
Everyone,
read receipt.
and everyone in the comments, just being here was supportive. So thank you. We appreciate you.
We speak your names.
Callie does. We love you. Kate Picker.
Kate Picker.
And we're here late, Kate.
We're here
We're
so
46
late.
minutes later.
I can't even. I'm not even at the bottom anymore.
We started at 1 o'clock Eastern. Anyhow, Kate Picker, so great to see you.
You guys, everybody, look at all you guys. Hey, aloha.
We love you guys.
Have a great day.
Thank
We'll
you
see you
for
on
being
Wednesday.
with
Watch
us.
FA tonight.
Woo.
Watch everybody else. I can't think of everybody.
Aloha,
His name is Pokey. Love you guys. Have a great day. Where's Get to the Chopper? How can we do this without Get to the Chopper?
Get to the top.
Get to the chopper!
Aloha, guys. It's time to lick Daddy. Oh, babe. You so
They can't see because
cute.
the bubble's in the way.
Oh, my God. He's cute, though. That's what's important to know. How do I stop this again? Stop screaming?
John.
Stop screaming or stop streaming?
Oh, good thought you guys were going to cross over into my show.
Aloha, bye!
Bye, guys.